What's up, everybody? Hopefully I skipped the countdown, but you never know. How's everybody doing tonight? Give everyone a couple seconds to get in here. Then we can start talking about car movies. And it'll end up being something else by the end of it, but you never know. Here's this one. Hope everybody's having a good night, and I hope I'm actually live. Apparently I am. How's everybody doing? What's up, Pickle? How's the world treating you there, Pickle? You guys ready for your move yet? What's up, New Guys Guitar? Has your job tried to kill you yet this week? Come on, Pickle. Yeah, here's the real star of the show, Fiona. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody in the chat or in the stream? Hey, Mofo Driver. How's everybody that's watching is in the chat? Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Hope everybody had a good Memorial Day. What's happening, Mofo Driver? Cool. So I figured I'd give it another 2-3 minutes, and then we can start talking about movies, and we can also talk about whatever else anybody's interested in talking about. Half the fun is when these things kind of go off the rails. So. Well, I'm glad you're home, Mofo, and thanks for stopping by after a hard day's work. I don't know if everybody's seen my response video to Dan yet, but I thought it was funny, and it's doing pretty good so far, so. You're fine, okay. I also posted the short video on the wheels I got last week, and figured I'd see what everybody thought between those wheels and my steel wheels. I like them both. Can't decide which I'm ended up using. So, no, it's great. I have 2 wheel sets for a car I haven't even driven yet. So. Cool. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. It's doing well. It's the same kind of theory as Dan's video, this, poking fun at each other kind of stuff. But we don't agree on a lot, but we do like each other. And what fun is the world if you like and agree exactly with everybody? It's just boring. What's up, Unfinished Projects? I'm going to give everybody another minute or two to get in here, and then we'll start yakking about car movies. I actually have a slideshow. I'm becoming a StreamYard expert, tiny chunks at a time. Hey, how's that cross-stream guitar or band project you guys are working on, Mofo and Tom? How's that going? Oh, hey, Rescued and Restored. How's everything going up in Canada? You're fine, Fiona. You are a man of many projects. It's a good thing you have a wife that helps you out so much and tolerates your crap. That probably helps too. No, I don't. It'll probably be out this weekend. My niece, she's not really my niece, my best friend's 15-year-old, we went to a car show Saturday, and a gentleman let her start his Hemi a blown Hemi Roadrunner that's alcohol fueled, and I got a nice video of that. And it's a very sweet car. It's easily $150,000 car, so it's pretty cool that she got to jump in there and start it. Oh, hey, Bear Rose. I'm sorry, I didn't see it pop in the chat there. Good to see you. We're going to start talking about car movies and stuff in a minute, and then it'll go off the rails like it always does, but that's half the fun. Hey, Slimo. How exactly are I'm going to assume even aluminium, as the Brits would say. Do you guys say it the same way? Yeah, those wheels have a very much a 70s Mopar look to them. And, well, hell, they'll fit anything, basically. But they'll fit all my project cars. They just won't fit with that size tire on them. Hey, Buff. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I'm taking a page from your Power Hour. I made a slideshow because we're going to talk about movies here. I might as well get rolling on that. So let's see if this one. Hey, there we go. So I figured I took a selection of photos of most of the car movies that I have, and I figured we'd get started. And pretty much, I think everybody's probably seen the Road Warrior, except for Dan, who I don't think is actually in the chat yet. So it's I don't know, it's one of my favorite car movies. Has everybody seen it? What do you guys think of it? Have you seen the two follow-ups or the newer one that was released about 3-4 years ago? That's one I still don't have yet. It has everything you want. It's car stuff, post-apocalypse, fun stuff. It's like a national treasure, I think, in Slimo land, but I could be wrong on that. You haven't seen Pickle? You haven't seen the Road Warrior yet? Holy crap! Unfinished, dude. How can you guys? Yeah, the Aussie Falcon. You are correct, Bear Rose. Slimo probably has a story on having had one, since he always seems to have some juicy little tidbit about whatever we're talking about, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's worth a watch, Pickle. It's have you seen any of the other ones? There's Road Warrior, Mad Max, Beyond Thunderdome, and then the newer one that was, like I said, 5 years ago or so. They're definitely car movies. I think they're technically in the Ozploitation thing, because I think the government gave out grants for a lot of stuff. New guys guitar about jeez. So I got to bring Dan a couple sets of spare rotted tires for his Mustang, and I'll bring some movies, I guess, to Sykeston for you. Oh, yeah, the newest one's called Fury Road. I thought that was pretty good. A lot of car stuff in it. Sorry, I'm going to be petting the dog. It's just what I do. Let's see if I can. Okay, so, and I think I actually skipped one. No, I did not, apparently. Oh, I somehow started on the wrong slide. Mad Max was the first one. My apologies to everybody. I see it can't be always glitch free. Thanks for the correction, Barrows. I did have them. I have them in right order in the slideshow, but apparently I somehow bumped it to the next one. So the first one is Mad Max, which is it's an interesting movie. There's a lot of car stuff in it, which is very redeeming. The story's a little odd. The main bad guy in this one ends up being the toe cutter, ends up being the main bad guy in the newest one as well. I do not have the third one. So the next one will be the Road Warrior, but I think probably one of the best car movies of all times is the Blues Brothers. I know I always watched it on TV as a kid. I didn't realize it was filled with swearing because I always saw it on the TV, and then I saw it for the first time uncut, and I was like, "Wow, this is really profane." It's a sweet movie though. Very quotable. I think Dan's actually seen this one. The Blues Brothers is back. I had the slides in the wrong order, Tom. Sorry. Yes, we are. We are on a mission from God. Yep, and 4 fried chickens and a Coke buff. That is correct. No, it's very quotable. A lot of good music in it. Story's pretty sweet. And who doesn't hate Illinois Nazis? I mean, that's a given. So, yeah, Lower Wacker Drive. I know zero about Chicago other than what I've seen in that movie. So, yes, it is, mofo. It is a great flick. I think I will go ahead and throw this up. If anybody wants to come in, please do. And we can yak about movies and other crap. Link is up. Feel free to drop in. We will go on to our next one. This one, I don't know how many people have actually seen. It was Steven Spielberg's directorial debut. It's called Duel. Basically, a guy cuts off a semi-truck, and then that semi-truck hunts him down for the whole movie. It's very psychological thriller. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's actually, I think, one of Steven Spielberg's best. Yep, New Oldsmobiles are in. That is correct. When they're in the Blues Brothers, when they're driving through the mall and they're wrecking the mall, they go by and it goes, "Oh, new Oldsmobiles are in." Oh, hey, Pickle has actually seen an old car movie. I'm good on you, Pickle. No, Valiant. Yeah, in Duel, the protagonist, his car is a 4-door slant 6 Valiant. I mean, he's like a door-to-door salesman or something. He just gets chased down. It's actually a pretty sweet movie. I think they've remade it, but I might be wrong on that. Oh, Rescued and Restored. Duel is a very good movie to watch. It's car based technically, but it's also suspense or mild horror kind of. There's no blood or anything. I believe it was a TV movie, and then they released it because it did so well. Yeah, I agree. The Blues Brothers church scene was good for my soul as well, Simon. Okay, so we will go on to the next one, I think. Oh, hey, Rich 220, how you doing? I do not have that one in my list, but Rich brings up a good point. There's a movie from the 70s called The Car. It's a B movie, like a drive-in theater kind of movie, but it's definitely interesting. It's a Lincoln, I think it's a Mark 8, and just goes nuts. It's possessed by the devil. The next one, I think is probably one of the better movies car-wise, is Two Lane Blacktop. Plus, it was just a neat car. They ended up using the main car in oh God, now I'm gonna forget the name of that thing. Someone will help me. Hey, Colleen, how you doing? American, excuse me. They used this car painted black in American Graffiti. It's the one that Harrison Ford drives in that movie. Yeah, this is a classic movie. It's a lot of neat car stuff. Definitely very 70s. Just hold your horses, Rich. We're getting to that one. Yes, Fiona. I can't. They're like Lay's potato chips. If you start petting them, you can't stop. So, yeah, Two Lane Blacktop inspired a ton of car movies. Max, you might hear some random barking from my big idiot because I have the windows open tonight. So I will try to keep him calm down. Yep, Two Lane Blacktop is one of my favorites. Buff, Max, come here. Sorry about the dog interruptions here. Max, get your cone wearing butt over here. He's still in a cone. Okay, going to the next one. And this is an awesome movie. I know they've remade it at least once. And as far as I know, it was a big inspiration for Death Proof in that series when Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez did it. But truly, the original is the best. Come on, Max. Come on. And it is a very odd movie. A lot of the car movies, especially in the 70s, were pretty odd, to say the least. Lay it down. Hey, what's up, New Guys Garage? Down. Yes, he does still get cable. They both have vet appointments because they both have issues. They're old. So that'll be sometime this week. They're going to get some blood work done, and we'll keep going from there. They're both healthy. It's little things, thankfully. It's nothing life-threatening. It's just, he looks like a taco. Yeah, bud. This is what I deal with every day. No, Vanishing Point is a very good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, I definitely would recommend watching it. Watch the original. I know I think there was a TV one remade in, I want to say the 90s. It's not horrible, but it's not as good as the first one. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Bear Rose is saying that there's an Audio Slave video that's like this movie, and I didn't know that. I'll have to look for that. We're getting to Smoking the Bandit Pickle. It's in here, trust me. Mofo has a poster in his garage. That's cool. I do have a Two-Lane Blacktop poster, but I keep falling down. It's a small one. I don't know how many of you are going to have seen this one. It's actually in my top 10 car movies. It's not the one with that came out about 10 years ago. It's Driver from the 70s. It's a heist movie. It's sort of the same, but not really the same. With a lot of cool car stuff in it. Actually, I've probably seen it in a couple of years. But no, it's a fun movie to watch. A lot of neat stuff. A lot of Firebirds in a buff. So, it's definitely worth a watch. I do not, Rich said, what about Maximum Overdrive? I don't have it, but yeah, it's definitely a car movie. I was like that one as a kid. I didn't know who Stephen King was at that point, and it's the only movie he directed, and apparently he was on coke the entire movie, so he doesn't remember any of it, which is interesting. Technically, it's not the video game, Tom. It's not the Driver video game, but it's sort of the same thing. Sort of the same theory. Oh, Mofo Driver saying that LA Woman, the video has Kowalski in it, which is the main character in Vanishing Point. Yeah, if you have not seen Driver, definitely check it out. It's worth a watch. Slime was saying that, Slime was saying it had a blind engine builder, and you can probably guess the ending. And he's talking about a movie called Running on Empty. There's a YouTube channel I unfortunately can't remember, but he does a lot of stuff about car movies, but especially Australian-based stuff, because I think he's Australian from the accent. And I've got a list in my phone of stuff that he's mentioned that's Aussie stuff that I've never seen. So it's stuff I definitely want to look for. I want to say it's 78, 79. But I'm not 100% positive. I haven't seen it in all that long. The main Firebird, or a Firebird, and the Drivers of 78, 79. I think it's about the same as yours, Rescued and Restored Garage. Oh no, Rich 220 saying he has a lot of these on VHS. Even one called Last Chase with Lee Majors and Burgess Meredith. I think I've seen that one, but I'm not 100% positive. I have the Tank on DVD, but I didn't throw it in here. I probably should have. But that's sort of a car movie. Anything with a vehicle in it that's the main feature of the film, I consider a car movie. But didn't want this to go too long. Rescue Struggle, I do believe it's 78, 79, but I'm just not 100% positive. This is a double feature. Probably one of the best car movies, honestly, is Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. But it is a very rough movie to watch. The lead character is just a complete asshole. But that's part of the whole thing. There's a lot of iconic stuff in that movie that is played in other things. I think when the main cars wrecks against a train, I want to say that's in one of the TV shows I watched when I was a kid, but I can't remember which one off the top of my head. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry is a very good movie. Race with the Devil, I got this as a 2-pack. It's an odd movie. It's worth watching once. There's an iconic scene in it at the end where they're in a motorhome and they magically get surrounded by a giant fire. They actually parodied it in one of the seasons of the Grand Tour on Amazon with Top Gear guys. It's worth watching once. It has some neat stuff in it, but it's a little odd, but it's very 70s. Well, now that you've spoiled it, Slimo, knowing that the blind dude's engine wins the race, what? I don't even have to watch it now, do I? Come on. You can't spoil everything. I'm trying not to do spoilers. Yeah, definitely. A lot of these I found on Amazon or there's a, I don't know if you guys have it where you are. There's a store called Second and Charles, and it's a resale place, and I found a lot of stuff there as well. I used to buy a lot of used stuff at Blockbuster, but since there is no such thing as a Blockbuster anymore. Yeah, Muffle Driver, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry is awesome. And I always like this movie. It's kind of a takeoff of Cannonball Run. I think it actually technically came out before it. I want to say it was very late 70s. The Gumball Rally is fun. There's a lot of cool cars in it. It has the standard, Race Across America, Cannonball Run theme to it, but a lot of neat stuff in it. It's a kind of slapstick, kind of not. But I always liked it. I thought it was fun. Okay, so Rich is saying that the last race is Lee Majors an Indy 500 car. No, I've heard of it, but I was confusing. Well, there's one with Dabney Coleman in it. It's like that, and I can't remember the name of that one either. Hello, Sam Rose. Thanks for dropping by. Fast Lane Fever. I know that. Is that the one? Is Fast Lane Fever the Junior Johnson one? Sam Rose. I want to say I've seen that, but it's not clicking in my head. Yes, Pickle, you and Dan are going to have a movie night where you sit down and watch car movies because neither of you seem to actually have watched many car movies. Yeah, rescued. I don't know why. Rescued and Restored Garage. Yeah, it's very much a fun movie. Like the typical 70s car movies, but there's a lot of neat stuff in it. The main character drives a 427 Cobra. There's Ferraris and all kinds of other stuff. Yeah, Barrows, I believe you're right as well. I think Gumball was first. I want to say it was like 76 or 77. I don't know why that's popping in my head, but I think it's a little better than Cannonball Run, honest, in my opinion, but it's up to whatever you think's better. It's kind of a taste thing, but there's a lot of neat stuff in it. Yeah, because Dan, I keep saying Dan. Dan is New Guy's Garage, who's New Guy's Guitar's brother, who's Tom. But they keep talking about try to do a watch-along movie. I don't know how we'll actually do that, but we should probably do that, or at least try to one of these live streams. And this, honestly, when I was a kid, was my favorite car movie. This is Kenny Rogers. He's a short track NASCAR driver, something along those lines. I haven't seen it in quite a few years, but I loved this movie as a kid, and I loved Kenny Rogers as a kid. But this is well worth seeing. It's campy. It's early 80s, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, Dan, I don't know how we can set up, because I know that there's channels that do that where you have people watch the movie and you comment along, because I don't think we can legally show a film, but I think we can put commentary over a film if everybody starts at the same time. Yeah, I agree, Mofo. Six Pack is a fun movie. Oh, hey, LNA, what's up, man? We're just talking car movies. How's everybody's just for everybody that came in, how's everybody's night? How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good time. Thank you all very much for dropping by. Yeah, I agree with LNA. I do love Six Pack. It's a fun movie. I'm actually going to have to sit down and watch a lot of this stuff because I forgot how many car movies I actually have. I actually still have like physical media like CDs and DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. So I actually need to sit down and watch some stuff here. Yep, Kenny Rogers is in it. So it's technically a music and car movie because the whole movie, if I remember right, is him singing a lot of the songs and stuff, at least in the back. I don't think he plays the guitar in it, but it's definitely his music. Yeah, but I absolutely loved this movie as a kid. And I think probably most people's favorite, is Smokey and the Bandit. How can you go wrong? Burt Reynolds, Sally Fields, Jackie Gleason, a Firebird. Those are the makings of a hit right there. Elvis's Speed. I have not. Slimo said Elvis's Speedway was on TV 2 days ago. I have not seen that one, or at least I don't remember having seen it. I'm assuming it's a black and white one from around the 50s, but correct me if I'm wrong, Slimo. Yes, Pale. Here's your favorite, Smokey and the Bandit. This is a very good movie. The Diminishing Returns, which we'll go over on the next slide. Second one wasn't bad, and there is a third one, which we'll get to in a minute. But this movie was. Burt Reynolds is good in this, and so is Big Enos and Little Enos, and the car and Snowman and I can't remember the dog's name off the top of my head. But I had an Ertl set, and it was the tractor trailer with all the painting on it with the horses and everything. And I love that. I had so many cars were my thing since I was 2, realistically. But this is a sweet movie. But Jackie Gleason definitely makes this movie. Oh, okay. So Rescued and Restored. He has a Firebird, and it's the same year as the Smokey and the Bandit 2 car, which I think was a 78, or I can't. You can correct me on that. Oh, Colleen mentioned that the dog's name was Flash, which I was confused. I should remember because Flash was Roscoe P. Coltrane's dog, and that's like the best car show ever. So, Dukes of Hazzard. And Dan is saying that Smokey and the Bandit is going to be him and his brother driving to the Nationals. Well, who's going to play Sally Fields, Dan? And I kind of honestly can't believe I asked that, and I honestly don't want you to let me know who it's going to be, to be honest with you. I actually forget to ask that. Yes, Eastbound and Down. Pickle is correct. Eastbound and Down. Rescue and Restore said it's 79. Okay, because I know the first one was 77. I couldn't remember if the movie was 2 years apart for the second one or not. Well, that leads us. Oh, actually, I'm going through Burt Reynolds' better movies. This is when he was a stuntman. It's called Hooper. There's a lot of neat stuff in it. There's actually more Firebird. I know it's crazy. More Firebird stuff. He's a stuntman, over the hill. Lots of bar fights. Lots of funny stuff. There's a jet-powered Firebird that does some. I think it was the world's longest stunt at that time. It was around a 250-foot jump towards the end of the movie. A lot of neat stuff, a lot of car stuff. But Burt Reynolds was a stuntman before he started as an actor. Yep. Jan Michael Vincent is the co-star in Hooper. You are correct, Mo. No, I really do enjoy most of these movies. Don't like the fact that I haven't opened this one fully. I've seen it a million times. It was one of those things where if I find especially a decent deal on a movie I like, I might not watch it but anytime soon, but I want to get it because especially now, physical media is going the way of the dinosaurs. So anything I can get, I'm going to try to hold on to. Oh, yeah. And Bus Garage saying Hal Needham. As far as I know, Hal Needham directed all these Burt Reynolds car movies. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he's directed most of them. I know he did Hooper, Stroker Race. I'm sorry. Pardon me while my brain resets. Cannonball, and I think he did Smokey and the Bandits as well. Rescue and Restore saying Airwolf for the win. Jan Michael Vincent, for those who don't know, like Pickle, who's probably never seen Airwolf because it was 20 years before he was born. Airwolf was like Knight Rider, but with a helicopter. And Jan Michael Vincent was the main character in that. Yeah, the Rescue and Restore, Jan Michael Vincent was a good actor. I think he drank himself to death, or he's in the process, unfortunately. He went downhill real quick, unfortunately. He had some pretty cool movies and TV stuff in the 80s. Oh, and Stroke Race, but we're going to welcome somebody in real quick. Hey, what's happening, Buff?
Hopefully the noise isn't too bad. I'm just driving along.
Hey, no, thanks for stopping by.
Are you movie cars, so of course I got to jump in.
Well, I figured. Are you moving all your worldly possessions in Brian Vantana to the new town you're figuring out where you're going to, or?
Well, I have a lot loaded in the van, but the truth is, I don't know where I'm going yet. So it's like I can't just take it somewhere because there's nowhere to take it to yet.
I hope that all works out. That's unfortunate that all happened. This is Buff from Buff's Garage, if anybody who doesn't know. He got some bad news a week or two ago that his city doesn't want him or all his cars in his yard, so he's looking for new digs.
Well, so I've lived there for 6 years. It's a small little community. I like that. When I lived in Alaska for 10 years, I didn't want to move back to a big city and just be overwhelmed. So I picked a tiny little town. It's in rural Kansas. It was close to my mother. All of that worked out, you know. However, when I started getting bigger on YouTube, being right in the middle of town where everyone has access to me didn't work out so well. And it was going to be 15 to 20 grand to fence my yard the way that they want it fenced.
Yeah.
And I just thought, at this point, it's time for Buff's Garage to expand and grow. And, you know, I've got just enough followers or subscribers now that there's a little bit of money, not a lot, a little bit of money coming in. And when they first told me that they were changing the rules about cars being in the yard, because I bought a whole city block. I have the whole block. And that was why, was to put cars on it. So then fast forward, they said, well, if you can't put them behind a fence, then just put a tarp on them and you're fine. Well, then this last year, rules, I got the notice that says you got 10 days to move your cars or we're going to crush them. So that's fun.
Yeah, and that was a raw deal, to be sure.
Yeah, and the city police chief, he's a big fan of the channel. He loves the cars. He doesn't want to see it happen. He said he would do whatever he had to do to get that dealt with. But I said, well, in the meantime, what am I supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I said, I'm moving. That's just the end of it. And that allowed me to have a little bit of a grace period to get everything moved. So now I'm just looking and listening to you guys talk about awesome movies and movie cars.
Yeah, I just popped up Stroker Ace, which I'm assuming you've seen, but if you haven't, it's a good movie.
The Chicken Suit, I'm telling you, great movie.
Clyde Torkel's Chicken Pit. This is why I started liking NASCAR as a kid, Dan, because New Guys Garage doesn't like, you know, the car racing and stuff. So this is why I actually started liking NASCAR, because this movie is hilarious, and he actually races in a chicken suit, a full size freaking chicken suit. So,
and of course Lonnie Anderson, right? I mean,
yeah,
that was just when I grew up watching WKRP in Cincinnati. Lonnie Anderson, man, I'm telling you, that was every young boy's, I'd say, dream. Let's go with dream.
She was very attractive. I was probably 5 or 6 when this came out. So
I won't disclose how old I was. We'll just leave it at that.
Well,
everyone says I'm in my 30s, so we're going to go with that.
Well, I'm cheating because I'm 46. My organs are 24. And my bones are in their 80s, so I'm kind of a mixed bag of whatever.
Hey, they're yours. It doesn't matter what the age is.
Well, no, but it's a mixed bag. So, you know, it was either that or I'd be in the dirt. So everybody's saying hi to you, my friend.
Yep. Oh, hello, everybody. Sorry, I can't really read the comments because, you know, driving.
That's why I figured I'd let you know.
I
hadn't even realized until you popped in, like, half these movies have a Firebird in them.
I mean, I don't technically own a Firebird. I own a Trans Am, which is a spinoff. You know, it's a little extra than a Firebird. But everybody goes, hey, nice Camaro. And I'm like, really?
Hey, you know.
But that's okay. My 63 Grand Prix, everyone says, I love that GTO you got. I'm like, who can afford a GTO? I don't have it.
Just put a badge on it. Everybody, you know, it's all badge engineering anyway. You can just say it.
Well,
it's
getting its new sponsor sticker real soon. Poppy's Patina sponsored the 63 Grand Prix. So
Well, that's very cool.
yeah, I love YouTube. I'm getting brand new boots. Somebody, I think it's called Brunt Workwear, something like that. I hate to get it wrong. I'll get it right for the video. But
I
they
no,
just,
I think you're correct.
yeah, they just, hooked me up and said, hey, we want to see you in our boots. I'm like, cool. I like boots. I'm wearing
Yeah,
boots
because
right now.
when Red, they're a competitor with Redback, and the only reason I know this is because I watch a lot of the Tool YouTube stuff.
Oh,
And
right.
when Redback kind of went weird with the whole pandemic thing, and Brunt or however they pronounce it, I believe is the one that came in and kind of started taking the market share from them.
Yeah. So I don't have to be the big YouTuber. I'm happy getting the perks of being a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And,
Well, that's
and I got to say, it's better to be a smaller YouTuber trying to fish in the big pond because, like Dalton from Pole Bar Garage, he's with Kevin Junkyard Digs right now, hanging out with Demolition Matt down in Texas. And just from personal knowledge, they're working their butts off right now, and it's hot. So I'm living the dream. Cold AC, Brian Vantana, cruising Route 66. This is a much better option.
that is true. Now I know I saw that at their Facebook or Instagram post today that they were out with him getting a van for a vet or something.
He's sending me daily updates, and I got to tell you, they are actually working. They're hardest working YouTubers. I'm telling you, they're earning every dollar.
Rescued and Restored Garage is asking what year your Trans Am is.
82, first year of the third gen body style.
My
And
buddy's
yes,
got
I bought it for $200 from a barn. It was sitting in a barn right next to a motorcycle, and I bought that at the same time.
Nice. And my buddy Derek, who's been on a couple of my videos and is probably watching this, he's got an 83 with a 327, and it's a very sweet car.
Oh, nice. Yeah, mine had the original 305 carbureted. I believe it had TH350, but it had none of that when I got it. It had definitely been jumped off some railroad tracks a few times. Somebody drilled holes in the roof, just because it's a shell of a car. But once I put that Suburban's drivetrain, not the frame, just the drivetrain up underneath of it, I think everybody's going to like it.
Are you going to do it like that GTP that's all-wheel drive or Cutlass, I think it is?
Like the Cutlass, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep. It's going to sit low. It's going to look like just a really wide Trans Am is what it's going to look like. So we're going to put some fender flares on it. It will not be jacked up. It won't have mud tires for now. Maybe later.
That's my shtick. Come on.
I mean, maybe later. I could definitely see. So one of the properties, and I don't want to hijack your show because I really like what we're doing, but one of the properties I'm looking at, one of the short list, has an off-road part. Now, I don't have anything off-road in.
Nope. No.
Dalton's got the, the brother to Brian Vantana.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I could probably build something into an off-road thing. I don't know. I got to see how all these properties work out, figure out which one's going to be the future. There's a lot of good options.
You broke up for just a second. Pole Barn Garage has a white, I want to say late 70s 4x4 GMC or Chevy van. That's what he was mentioning when he broke up.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 77 GMC shorty van, 4-wheel drive.
Yep.
And
if you haven't checked out Buff's, I can't imagine you would be subscribed to my little channel if you haven't seen his, but he's got a like 89 is your van?
92.
92. Shorty that he's named Brian Vantana. So I don't know how he kept a straight face when he was doing the Leisure Suit Larry thing in it, but props to you.
That was an $18 outfit. I spent $18 on that thing. From the pants, the belt, the shoes, the fancy little hat, all of it, $18.
And then you took it right back.
No, it was what do you call them? Secondhand store. So I still have it.
Yeah, Buff's Garage, and I always want to say Punisher Lemons. I don't know why, but it's Punisher Le Mans. they do a live stream Thursdays at 9:00, correct? Eastern time.
Yep, 9 Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.
And it's called Pontiac Power Hour, and they do a bunch of trivia stuff. That's actually where I got my inspiration for the slideshow, was watching your live stream.
Awesome. Well, when we
I don't have
started
any-
it, we both had just a few subscribers. So, I mean, it obviously helped us build.
Yeah. And I don't have any cash or prizes, and I'm not sponsored by anybody technically. So you just get my thanks for dropping by. That's where we're at.
Hey.
So
Well, maybe we'll just send you a super clean pack and we'll call it good.
well, there you go. And I'm at like 3,900 watch hours and about 690 subscribers. So I'm trying to just hit the 1,000 just to be done with it. I know I'm not going to make
Yep.
anything. I just want it over with.
So when you hit it, it'll take you a few weeks before the algorithm recognizes that you hit it, and then once you hit your it's basically $100 mark, then they'll tell you, oh, by the way, you now earn money, so you got to give us all your information, because now you're basically an independent contractor for them.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I have 4,400 watch hours, but I've already lost 400. So I'm trying to make
Oh yeah,
trying to hit 1,000.
Yeah, they give
Just to
it,
get it
they
done.
give it, they take it back, they give it, they take it back. It's once you hit that number and they recognize it, then you're golden. But yeah, YouTube's weird about what they let you have and don't have. I mean, you know that by watching your sub count.
I've noticed that between the hours and the sub count, and magically, one or two here and there, and then there was a time when I'd pick up 15 or 16 and it'd disappear, and that seems to have stopped, thankfully. Does anybody have any questions for Buff while he's here? So, feel free to chime on in. If anybody else wants to join, feel free to do so. And yeah, it's funny, but yeah, I don't know if you've seen Driver, but that's got a Firebird in it. That's a good movie. Of course, Hooper, which is, I think that jet-powered Firebird, I think that was like a 250-foot jump or something silly.
Right. Trying to convince him not to do it. Don't do it.
Yes. So if anybody would like to know anything about this stuff, also, when Stroker Ace is an extremely funny movie. There's a lot of gags and stuff in it, and it's typical, Burt Reynolds car stuff. Just fun.
Yeah, if they like Smoking the Bandit, if they like Cannonball Run, any of that stuff, they're going to love Stroker Ace. That's just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Burt Reynolds and like Gator and White Lightning. Those are all awesome too. But this is the classic Hal Needham stuff that personally, I just love that. That's one of my favorite, whole genres. So
They had a good working relationship. A lot of the stuff they made was very funny.
I mean, Dom DeLuise, he's amazing. Yeah. I just saw a sign that kind of concerned me. It said, "Do not pick up hitchhikers. They could be inmates." So we're gonna just roll right through here. Wow.
So you're looking in the less nice parts of the area for a new place? Is that what you're saying? Or?
This is just going through to get to another place, but yeah, old Brian Van Tan has been putting on the miles. I probably put on, well, let's see, there's about 4,000, almost 5,000 miles on him since I got him.
Slimo is saying you can store your cars on his property, but he's in Australia, so shipping might be a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, I kind of need them a little closer by, but I love that I have that offer because now I have a reason to go to Australia.
Yeah, I don't know how your channel is, but the group of us do the live streams together. We've got a pretty strong Canadian and Australian following.
I do have several from Australia. I do have one Kiwi, not to be confused with Aussie.
Yes.
And of course, we've got the Canadians that I'm telling you, when it gets wintry up there, because I'm from Alaska, I'm telling you, you kind of get bored in the winter. And so you got to find something to do, and YouTube.
No, it's funny that the whole Kiwi thing is funny. I worked for McLaren Engines, and Bruce McLaren, who started it, was a Kiwi. And if you look at the old logo, it's 3 Kiwi birds running in the logo for McLaren.
I love it.
In the really old logos, and McLaren that's still here in Michigan, and McLaren that makes the cars are they've been separated since I want to say the 80s, so they're not connected
Okay.
or hadn't been for a long time.
Well, I already knew you had, a cool background and all that. And I mean, wherever I end up, you understand the stuff you sent me it's framed and it's going on the wall.
Well, and I greatly do appreciate that. My uncle worked at.
Whew,
Yeah,
so
I got
amazing.
that stuff from my uncle. He worked at Tech Center in Design and Development for in the paint department. So he'd paint a lot of the cars that went to the big car shows every year, and that was a lot of stuff that he had. And like that one hand drawing, there were a couple of them. I gave a couple other ones to my other friends, and I just figured I wanted to go to somebody that's going to appreciate it.
So when it showed up, I'm sure I've told the story already, but when it showed up, the post office said that it had been sitting there for a little while because I've been traveling, and they said, "Okay, we understand that you have a business and all that." And I'm like, "Well, it's a YouTube channel." They're like, "Right." So we've been looking at this package for almost a couple of weeks, and we wondered what's in it. And I went, "Well, I appreciate you not sending it back." I said, "Tell you what, you guys got a opener? I'll just pop it open right now." Oh wow. Okay, this is how sorry, I'm interrupting myself. This is how I know I'm in the right spot. So I'm looking at 70s T-Bird, a Vega wagon. There was a, what's the Ford El Camino? Ranchero, and a Dart, all just sitting right there on the curb.
Sweet, you can move right in.
Well, definitely in this area. But anyway, so I popped it open right there in the post office, and yeah, they were quite enamored as much as I was about what you sent. So again, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm glad to do it, man.
I love all of that historical stuff and nostalgia, and it reminded me of my childhood when I put posters on the wall.
Yeah, next time my uncle unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago, but if I get over to my aunt's and we get some of the old pictures out again, I have a photo of the transport in prototype that he does anyway. If I can find it, I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
That was on my wall, and people said, "Why do you have that on your wall?" And I said, "Because it's cool."
Well,
and of course,
GM
what ended up
fantastic.
being made wasn't as good, right? But at the time, that was pretty cool.
GM was always fantastic in making amazing prototypes and making crap versions of production cars.
Yeah, because back then they had a Corvette mid-engine prototype that I fell in love with, and then of course they've never made anything like it since. They've never made one that looked like that. But
so
anyway,
it's
opportunity the show.
Oh no, you're good, man. I appreciate you dropping by. I don't know how much longer Buck can stay, so if anybody has a question for a YouTuber who's almost as famous as New Guy's Garage, you want to give him a holler. He knows more famous people than Dan does. So.
Who, me or the other guy?
Yes, you. No, New Guy's Guitar is he's almost hit 18,000 subscribers, which is awesome.
Oh,
you have more YouTube clout. Dan hangs out with us, which is kind of he's
right
aiming the bar low. So.
Well, my whole thing is I try to get out and meet as many people as possible, and I've spent a lot of time making connections over the last so many years. People say, "Why haven't you changed your phone number?" And I went, I have some really important people in this phone, and they have this number, and I don't want to lose that. So, maybe someday I'll change it, but for now, I like having access to certain people real quick.
Hello, Burt Fingers Garage. Welcome to the show. If you've got anything you want to ask Dan, or I'm sorry, Buff, please do so. And we're talking about car movies tonight.
Fingers, nice.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool, like John Wilburn says, that Does Nothing Special is probably my favorite name for a channel, though.
Something Garage is always funny. I like that one.
Yep.
Oh, and, wow. Somebody, a rolled over Camaro, like the new body style. Just sitting off the side of the road. Yep, I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right spot for sure.
Yeah, New Guys Garage says, yeah, I don't try and meet people. I'm not that outgoing. So,
Well, my whole theory is I don't want to stand in line. Like, this is why I didn't go and spend time trying to meet Puddin from Puddin's Fab Shop, because by the time I got close enough to interact with him, there was a line, and I'm not the kind of guy that wants to stand in the line to meet somebody. It's not anything against those that do, and it's not against the person that you're meeting. It's just I would rather stand around and BS when I guess there's not a line, when you're not feeling pressured to take the selfie and sign something and go on. And that's how I met Mike Finnegan, was literally just kind of standing around talking, and that was clear back in 2020. And while we are definitely not first name basis, I mean, he knows who I am, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely cool to meet somebody in that way versus standing in a line and waiting to get your turn,
Yeah. It's funny. Last year at PRI, I actually was in line to get an autograph from Finnegan for a friend who's been on my channel too, Lauren. And Jacob Davis from Sally's Speed Shop was in the same booth. So I just spent 10, 15 minutes talking to him, waiting for Finnegan. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And those are the kind of people and connections that you want to make. And when Finnegan's not being put under the, spot of having to stand there and, what do you say, dancing monkey, when he's not doing that, he's a regular dude. And that's how most everybody I've met is. They're just regular people.
That's good to know.
Yep.
The Burn Finger says, I like meeting people who just work too much. That's understandable.
Well, that is, there is that. That does cut in. Ooh, maybe I need to do a golf cart build. Should we do a golf cart build?
They're probably popular. It's at Grindhard Plumbing. They do all those weird little Hot Wheels or Power Wheels that they put like ATV motors in. That's like their whole.
I just keep seeing all these golf carts along the side of the road, and I'm thinking, maybe put a motorcycle engine in it or something. Something stupid.
There's something on Facebook I'm kind of tempted to look into. There's an old like quarter scale midget, like literally a 3/8 scale midget race car. It's like $500 and was probably built in like the 50s. Wow. I couldn't fit in it, but it'd be a neat project. But it's one of those things where I'll wait, and if it keeps going down in price, it'd be worth buying for the channel.
For sure. Yeah, I'm always looking for the next vehicle to destroy, not destroy, but not restore.
Yeah.
And as long as the prices keep coming down, I'll keep watching something. And like this van was listed for $2,000, and I felt like I still didn't want to pay this much, but I felt like I got a good deal at $800 and 2 T-shirts. I thought that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, and he's still running. AC's cold. Everything's great.
Yeah, that definitely works. No, there's a 53 CJ5 I'm real interested in. It's been for sale for about 8 months, but he's not wedging on the price, and it's just outside of my can afford it for the channel legitimately kind of. So right. Just keep an eye on it. Just look at it every month, see if it's still there.
For sure.
Oh, speaking of which, I got these in. Actually, I sent the first one of these that I got to Mater, but this is my logo for my Chambler.
Oh, nice.
I got it in the screen.
Yeah.
There's a company in Detroit called Made in Detroit, and they have a logo somewhat similar to this. So mine is made near Detroit because I'm not technically in Detroit.
I love it.
It's all marketing, you know that it's you get these are currency on YouTube.
They are.
You start slinging stickers around, it's like throwing cash around.
What's interesting is when I put them on the website, I put a $5 price tag, knowing that is way too expensive for a sticker. But the idea was, if you buy a sticker, I'm probably going to throw extra stuff in, right? And most everybody that asks for a sticker just gets a sticker. Like, that's just how I'm going to do it. I see people out in public, I give them stickers. I go to parts stores and they start asking questions, I give them stickers, and it really just greases the wheel,
Yeah. No, everybody likes stickers, and they do add horsepower, so.
Yeah, I just added Kevin's Junkyard Digs to the back of Brian Vantana, so he's officially got a Junkyard Dig sticker.
Uh, a buddy in here that's in here quite a bit. He does his live streams. His name is Dylan, but everybody calls him Pickle, and his channel name is Pickin' with Pickle.
I love it.
And he's a big Junkyard Mook fan. Have you met her yet? Maybe you have like behind the scenes mookage.
No, so I was supposed to get Kevin and Mook both on my Pontiac Power Hour, but Mook was ill. So Kevin did it, and we ended up having, I think John popped in for a minute, but Dalton, of course, speaks very highly of her, and I can only imagine she's every bit as what she is on the channel is who she is in real life. So, I have not, but my plan is, and I can't give away much, but there will likely be some type of, I don't want to say collaboration, but definitely interaction coming this summer with their channels, Dalton, and I got invited. So we'll see how that goes.
That's cool. No, you've got a pretty good group of people. Like I didn't know. I found Pole Barn through watching Junkyard Digs. And then I found Irish Outlaws, and then I found you with the In. But it's weird how everybody sort of is around the same hemisphere of groups of people.
Yep, and Jay and I got connected through No Name Nationals to the point that he's calling me at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and we're both still under our cars prepping for No Name Nationals. And half the time he'd call, I was asleep under the car on the creeper, but we both were struggling trying to get stuff done for No Name. So that built a bond that I don't care how far away he lives, I will always be there for Jay. He's a good dude.
Jay is Irish Outlaw, correct?
Yep.
Just for anybody who doesn't know, and everybody we're talking about tonight, go give them a sub. Go check out their content. They're all car people like us. They're just managed to get a little bit bigger, just like Buff has, and everybody's friendly that I've met and interacted with. And like I said, I was lucky enough to meet Sally Sweetshot, Finnegan at the signing. I met Mitch Stapleton and Logan PRI as well, and I got about 5 minutes to talk to them. They inspired me to do my Michigan Make series on my channel, where I go to do shop tours.
Mitch Stapleton is the reason why I'm building an all-wheel drive Trans Am. I met him back in 2020, and he was still driving the Escalade. I think it's like 1,500 horse or 2,000 horse twin turbo Escalade. And
that thing is nuts.
That was before Logan, so he was just, I don't want to call him a baby, but he was just a baby when I met him. Like, just
like
quit.
24.
Yeah, he just quit college, said, screw it, I'm done, bought himself a Newell RV, and that was it. He was off and running. And so he was definitely a YouTube channel, but he was really small. And great guy, super awesome, very down to earth, knows his stuff, but is always willing to learn. So if you got something new to teach him, he was always ready to jump in. But Mitch is an awesome guy. I've watched him from the beginning. If you guys haven't checked out Stapleton 42, go check him out.
Seriously,
especially if you like NASCAR. His NASCAR stuff is just through the moon. He is he's legitimately the NASCAR guy now.
Oh, I think he's interviewed everybody from Petty to Rusty Wallace, et cetera, done a lot of shop tours. And like I said, that's what made me want to do the shop tours here in Michigan.
Yep.
And he has a 1,500, 2,000 horsepower Escalade that is a monster. It's like a 9-second Escalade.
It's the fastest Escalade on the planet. Yeah. And it's all-wheel drive. So that was where I got the idea. He told me all the drivetrain I needed because he took it all out of it's not out of the Escalade, obviously. It's out of a select, what do I want to say, auto select transfer case, all that. So it's not the original all-wheel drive setup, but that thing is a beast. And he's got a stock rear end in it. He's got a stock transfer case, and he's putting somewhere around 2,000 horsepower twin turbo through that, and it's held up. The only thing he's had to replace is the transmission several times.
No. What he's done with that truck is impressive because if I remember right, when I've watched a bunch of his older stuff, he learned how to weld to do the headers. I mean, he just kept, if he didn't know something, he was trying to learn. So
he taught himself. Yep, he's an amazing dude. Oh, I see cows. That's a good sign, right? Sorry, we kind of hung up. We got your show stopped here at Stroker Ace.
Oh, our live streams. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the one that I do with New Guys Garage, New Guys Guitar, Woody's Garage, and Junkyard on Monday, every other Monday. It stays on topic for about 10 minutes and then it just goes off the rails. But that's half the fun because you never know what's going to happen.
Right. As long as the audience is good. That was my big thing with Pontiac Power Hours. Ray also likes a loose format. And I said, hey, I am all for it. However, we got to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I said, we always end with trivia. That way we have something to round out that last 15 minutes. And when we're struggling for topics or we don't have a guest, he'll always say, can we do open format? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we can do it. But we still have to have a topic to start with.
No, and with it just being me, I didn't, I never know who's going to show up. So I wanted to at least have something to focus on. So it's not me just going, Right. And Slimo is our Aussie buddy. And he said he found the New Guys Garage when he put ALGO'd, not sure, to my last year cracking the back of his head open. Apparently Dan cracked his head open. I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
Well, Dan has many talents.
I mean, I had a gentleman the other day that I went to help who decided to broadside a deer on his Harley. And he had a bad day. Let's just say that. The head cracked open thing reminded me of that because we had to deal with that too.
Yeah. Oh, for everybody who doesn't know, Buff is you're a paramedic, correct?
Yep. For a little bit longer. Like, I will probably never stop doing it, but you guys keep subscribing and keep watching my videos. I don't have to do it as much, and I can do more of this. This is more fun. I'd rather go out and see people and visit with them and help them work on their stuff. Like, seriously, if we can get to the point where I only have to work maybe 1 day a week or maybe 2 days every 2 weeks, I don't know, whatever. If you guys need help with your projects, I'll come to you. I'm fully contained here. I got tools and clothes and fold down bed. I mean, it probably comes with its own, escort? I don't know. But what I will say is I want to get to where I can go out and help other people work on their stuff, because half the battle with projects is just getting the motivation and getting going. And truly, if your car's set, let's say 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and someday I'm going to get to that, just getting it rolling or just getting the engine fired is enough to kind of get the whole thing going.
Yeah.
So that's where I want to get.
No, that's very cool, especially with everything that's going on. And I saw your video where you found like 17 condoms in the glove box there. So yeah, you might want to scrub that down.
He has gotten an interior wash, and if you watch that video, he has the auto wash feature that when you drive into the rain, it just drips right on, and it's self-cleaning. Yeah. It's like a dishwasher. It just takes.
You need an internal windshield wiper for that van.
Well, the ones that are on the van are still garbage, so we don't want to go too crazy. In fact, the next video of this van, I've probably got 10 different angles of the windshield wipers flapping in the breeze because they're worn out. It should be fun.
Rescue and Restore Garage said he's in Dawson Creek, British Columbia, Canada, if you want to swing up and help him. He's got a lot of cool cars.
I have been there a couple times, and I will tell you, when I'm independently wealthy, I will absolutely go back to Dawson Creek. I go up, being from Alaska, I would drive through there. That's the beginning of the Alcan. So you want to go to Alaska, that's how you do it. You got to get up there.
Yeah, he's got a 79 Firebird. He's got a Chevelle. He's got an Impala. He just picked up a 71 Mustang, and he's got a Funkmaster Flex Edition Expedition. Which I don't know if you've ever seen those, but that's actually what caught my eye the first time was that thing.
Yep, I have seen those before. This guy, He's got a lot of
I'm
cool
sorry, your
cars.
channel name is Buff's Garage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just I don't.
It's
If
on there
it
now.
wasn't just me, I'd put it up there. But a couple people are asking, but yeah, it's Buff's Garage.
Yep.
He's in with the No Name National, so if you're having any trouble finding it, just let me know and I'll send it to you. But he's also in with the No Name National
Just
crew.
Google me. I am the first thing on Google. What's funny is right after me is Garage Buffs, which is something completely different. But I had a realtor call me, well, about the property I'm going to see. I think I'm going to go see it tomorrow. But she was like, you know, how do I contact you? And I gave her my info. And she goes, so do I just, how do I find you otherwise? And I'm like, oh, well, if you want to find my channel, my website, anything, just type Buff's Garage in Google, because I have the website, buffsgarage.com. I have my merch site, and then I've got, of course, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's everything. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Wow, this is really wooded.
Nice. Yeah. I believe you got a new subscriber, Rescued and Restored Garage. That's our Canadian
Sweet.
friend. So
Thank you. I'm excited. Every time I get a new subscriber, they start chatting me up. I try to always, I try to answer every comment. Obviously, if they're really bad comments, I will still answer them. Maybe I won't be as friendly later. Because sometimes people they put a comment and they don't think what they're trying to say. And then later they prove what they were trying to say. And so you just like, all right, you can go away now. But even the haters, I still appreciate them because they have something to say and it helps the algorithm. So make sure if you're going to watch a video, leave a comment. That's how I know that you're watching them.
And like I always say with all of these, everybody who's in here, go check out their channel. Give them a like, give them a subscribe, follow them, say something to them, let them know that you appreciate them being here. I appreciate them. And I've got it. The only one person I know of that I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to is Sam Rose. First time I've seen him. Thank you very much for coming, and I hope you're still here and watching. And I've only had one troll so far, and I just responded nicely, and they went away. So
I've had one that I had to finally ban him for a little bit, and I hated doing that. I don't want to impede a person's free speech in any way, but the aggressiveness and I'm not against curse words, but my kids watch my YouTube, so I kind of try to. I know that they know what cuss words are. I mean, I'm the dad, but at the same time, I don't really need them exposed to it all the time. So eventually he calmed down, and I think he still watches, but he doesn't say nasty
talking
words.
about trolls. New Guys Garage is the guy who took out BNR Racing and Uncle Brian.
Uh-huh.
And that's New Guys Garage. So he said he's had a few trolls here and there. So
yeah, that's one of the ones that's been an issue. Not New Guys Garage, the other one, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Whoever, if anybody'd like to, you're more than welcome. I put up the link again. You're more than welcome to jump on in here. More the merrier.
Yeah, they don't want to sit and listen to me all day.
Well, no, I appreciate you stopping by. And I'm always for killing time. And you never, like I said, you never know what's going to happen. And half the time it's fun too. So.
Well, here, I'll let you guys see a sneak peek of what kind of location I'm looking at.
You're buying a houseboat?
No. Not a lot of garage space on a houseboat, but
that's true.
This is the neighborhood I'm looking at, and I say neighborhood loosely. It's not a town per se. It's very rural, but the view's nice.
That's cool. I'm in a little town called Harrison Township in Michigan, and there's about 20,000 people. I'm right by the water, and it's quiet, and you pretty much do what you want. So that was my goal.
That was my problem in Kansas. Is I left Alaska where I had the ocean at my doorstep. And granted, this isn't the ocean, but I miss water. So this is something that, this is just one of the short list properties. I'm really excited to look at it. but I don't have an appointment until tomorrow, so I'm just driving around looking before tomorrow.
And that's what I always did when I was looking for new places.
Yep.
You think you're going to stay in Kansas, or I know you'd mentioned you were thinking about going somewhere farther west, I think.
I am just looking. I have this affinity for Route 66, and so I'm looking at properties along Route 66. And at least a hint for this one is there's only 12.8 miles of Route 66 in Kansas, and of those 12.8 miles, none of them are near a lake, just rivers. So that was a lake. You can guess that I'm not in Kansas anymore. So no, I'm not really looking at Kansas. I'm looking at probably just getting away from there for now. And the taxes are really high, and I don't really like taxes.
But don't know of anybody that does.
I'm going to go scope out a place to hide Brian Vantana until I can have a place to sleep. But I'm going to be listening in. So I'm going to duck out for a minute, but I'll keep listening.
Oh, cool. I appreciate you dropping by. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, go check out Buff's Garage. Awesome channel. They do a live stream, like I said. He does one with Punisher Lamons on Thursdays at 9. They do a Pontiac Power Hour. There's a bunch of stuff. And they do a question and answer session at the end, and you can win I think it's super clean. They do a prize pack giveaway with each week. So definitely check them out. It's a quick hour, and they have guests from time to time as well. And he's normally followed, or their live stream is normally followed by Irish. I think it's Cars and Customs, something like that. But they feed right into his live stream as well. So if you guys haven't checked out Irish Outlaw, he's got a lot of neat stuff. He's also got a lot of AMCs and Jeeps. So, and they're friends with Pole Barn Garage and Junkyard Digs as well. So a lot of interactions. Everybody I've met's been pretty cool, including everybody I've met on here that is still with us on the live stream. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll get back to the movies. If anybody'd like to jump in, feel free. The door's open. So like we were before, Stroker Race is an awesome movie. So we'll go on to the next one. And another great movie from the early 80s. And this is the Hal Needham, Burt Reynolds connection that Buff was talking about. The first Cannonball Run movie was extremely funny. A lot of the same stuff. Stroker Race is a lot of the same type of gags and stuff. Awesome that you found his channel. Rescued Jesus. Sorry, guys. Rescued and Restored Garage. I hope most people have seen Cannonball Run. I'm not sure if Pickle or Dan are still in here, but I'm assuming Dan's seen it. This might be too old for Pickle to have seen. I don't know. Pickle's extremely young, which is good because he's got so much more time to find all these new cool stuff. Okay, so we'll pick back up. So definitely it's a good, and he's talking about Don DeLuise in it. A little bit of everybody's in this movie. There's a lot of eye candy, car-wise, and pretty lady-wise. And now we're getting back to the trilogy of Smokey and the Bandit. The first movie was good. The second movie was not bad at all. The third movie, trying to be nice, Burt Reynolds is not in it. It does have an 82 Trans Am in it, which is sweet. That's my favorite of those body styles. But I made it 15 minutes into the movie and I had to stop. It's bad. It's just bad. But I have it. I have a trilogy pack of them. So it's nice to have the first two. So New Guys has actually seen both of the Cannonball Run movies, which is awesome. That's, like 3 car movies I know he's seen now. Yeah, Rescued and Restored is saying that one of the best car movies ever. And I believe that's for Cannonball Run. And then he's saying that Smoking the Bandit 3 sucked, and unfortunately, yes, it did. And now we're going to get to something that I find a lot of people may not know this, but the first Gone in 60 Seconds was in the 70s, and it was self-financed by a guy named H.B. Halicki, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He owned a junkyard, and he wanted to make a cool car movie, and he made this movie. So 25 years before they made the Nicolas Cage version, he self-financed Gone in 60 Seconds. They filmed everything, in the streets of LA with no permits. There's a scene in it where he smashes the ever-living crap out of the car. It's actually a 73 Mustang, I believe. And that really happened. It really smacked it and they just drove it away. But it's a very cool car movie, lots of stuff in it. And the multi-pack one I have has a second movie, which is called The Junk Man. And then there was a third piece of a movie that they made that I don't think I ever finished. Buff saying, thank you. No problem, Buff. That's why I put the link up there. I'd love to have whoever shows up, come on in. It was great to have you stop by. Thank you so much. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, but definitely if you find the original Gone in 60 Seconds, they're definitely worth a look. They're not necessarily better than the Nick Cage one. It's a lot different. The story is much different. To me, it's a little better, but it's more car stuff. It's more car based, and I like cars in my car movies. Yes, he did. Yes, he broke his ribs. The new guy saying he broke his in the stunt. I don't want to ruin it in case you haven't seen it because it's unexpected because it was unexpected. They didn't think it would happen, and he wrapped the car on a telephone pole, or I believe it was a light pole on the highway. So definitely watch the movie. It's definitely worth a view. Yeah, and they only use one Mustang for the in this pack of movies. I just don't know why I moved the mouse there. You can't see my mouse. They have I think his wife has a museum of some sorts for this stuff, and unfortunately, the gentleman who made the movies has passed. But they have the original Gone in 60 Seconds Eleanor in it. The whole front end of the driver's or the passenger side of the car is caved in. You're welcome to jump on in here. Anybody who'd like to, feel free to jump in. You do not have to feel funny about it, but all are welcome. We talk about whatever you like, including car movies. So, Rescuing Restored, if you're interested. Slimo, I've never actually seen you, but I'm assuming you're a human being, not a robot. You're welcome to come on in. New Guys Garage, New Guys Guitar, Colleen, anybody who's still hanging out in the chat, feel free to jump on in. Slimo saying there's a Frankie Avalon movie from the 60s drag racing in a bubble top car with a gorilla driving. I've seen that poster, but I don't think I've ever seen the movie. So there's a bubble top car and a gorilla driving the go-kart. I definitely, it sounds familiar, but I know I have not seen the movie. And this one is, I don't know who's actually going to know about this one. It's a movie called Moonrunners. And this was, I want to say the late 70s, early 70s. And this is actually the predecessor to the Dukes of Hazzard TV show. This movie I'm actually glad I found it because I don't think it's still in print. But the main structure of the story is Uncle Jesse and the cousins running moonshine. But it is a very dark movie in comparison to the TV show. But this is the predecessor. It's low quality to put it nicely. I think it was a bootleg of a bootleg, the one I've got. But it's a neat movie. I watched it on Showtime one night. It was put him through his car movie, and I start hearing Uncle Jesse, and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I? And it's the predecessor to Dukes of Hazzard. I think I have the back of this on here. I might not. No, I don't, unfortunately. That brings us to the next one, which is Hollywood Nights. I have not seen this yet. I bought it because everybody I know was talking about it. The Project X57 Chevy that Hot Rod and Motor Trend have had for forever came out of this movie. I have not seen it yet. I have it. It's one of those couple of movies I've got, and I need to get around to watching. Mofo Driver saying my favorite is Death Proof. Yeah, I do not have that. Buff saying Death Proof is amazing. I haven't seen Death Proof in a while. I liked it. It's just one of those things I just have not gotten around to getting yet. There's a lot of movies in my Amazon queue, like Gator, which is another Burt Reynolds car movie. I like Gator more than there's this follow-up to Gator, and I can't remember the title of it, but I like Gator more. It's pretty neat. He's got like a 74 Ford LTD with a manual trans and a big block. So it's one of those fun movies. And yes, Dan has a good point. They ruined Project X and made it electric. I have not seen that yet. I've only heard of it, but I have not physically seen what they did to the car yet. But that car's had 20 different lives. I mean, GM had it for a while, and they did a special thing with it. Then they gave it back to Motor Trend, and it's run on a couple of their shows. I might let my Motor Trend subscription lapse, so I don't know what they're doing now, if anything, with it. I'll end up likely getting Motor Trend again. Just when they took Top Gear off it kind of lost my want to keep it. And they got rid of Dirt Every Day, and I don't really like any other 4x4 shows. And Faster with Finnegan's fun, and I still like Roadkill. I know I'm in the minority, it seems. Excuse me. But the way they have those shows releasing in these weird chunks where it's like 4 shows for a month or 2 and then nothing for months and then more, it's very weird. I'd rather have the 1 show a month thing personally, but that's just me. Yeah, this is supposed to be a good movie. This is another one of those things I'm just going to have to sit down and watch because I've had it for like 2 years now and still haven't watched it. And, you know, there's fun stuff in it. Cool cars. I'm assuming most people have seen this other than probably Dan and Pickle, Days of Thunder. To give Dan kind of the cliff notes, this is a loose adaptation of Dale Earnhardt, effectively. There was I can't remember the other driver. I think it was Jimmy Johnson or Rusty Wallace that he was having a real on-track beef with. I'm probably wrong about the other driver. New guy saying Finnegan isn't on Faster with Finnegan anymore, so now it's Faster without Finnegan. Dave Newbern and Cotton are the other guys who were on that show with him. They're both funny. I follow both their stuff. Newbern's YouTube channel is pretty cool. He goes to junkyard hunting for Tri-5 Chevys all the time, which is pretty slick to see. No, new guys. Good Lord. I'm just gonna go with R&R, like you said. Movie The Wraith doesn't get much credit, and he's right. It's like a supernatural car movie from the early mid '80s. Charlie Sheen's in it before he went all tiger blood and cocaine. It's a Dodge prototype car, and he basically it's like a Lazarus Back from the Dead story, and he and the car are one. I'm not gonna do it justice. It's definitely entertaining. Randy Quaid's in it before he went crazy. Randy Quaid and Charlie Sheen are in it before they both went off the deep end. So it's worth a watch. It's on most things. Buff saying that Faster with Finnegan is now Faster with Newbern and Cotton, which is cool. I'm going to have to just get the subscription again. Mofo Drivers have not seen it. Not a Tom Cruise fan. It's early Tom Cruise, Mofo. Way before Tom Cruise became Scientology Tom Cruise. It's a NASCAR. It's a car movie. Not my ultimate favorite, but I do like it. There's a lot of neat stuff in it. A lot of cool history. It's worth watching it for the history and the car stuff, if nothing else. And Buff agrees. The Wraith is a great movie. Yeah, it's a very neat movie. It's very 80s movie. Like a lot of the stuff that I have in this list is from the 70s. It just was kind of the peak of the car movie boom. And there was definitely stuff in the 80s and the 90s, but it definitely trailed off. But The Wraith was a neat movie. Oh, Slimo with the spoilers again. The blower on the Mad Max car was a dummy and spun an electric drill motor. For those who haven't seen it, like Pickle, who I'm not sure if he's still in the chat or not, yes, it was fake. But it was still cool. It wasn't. But that's movie magic. That's a lot of the cars in the movies don't really go that fast, don't really slide that well, and can't really jump those things. That's why they have stunt cars. Yeah, thank you, Buff. Buff is saying that Dodge Turbo Interceptor, it's a show car. Oh hell, from I want to say the early '80s, but it's pretty neat looking. It looks like a future car, but not really. It's still very much of the '80s. And Rescue and Restore is talking about Newbern. He does a lot of Tri-5 stuff for Chevys on his channel, and he's good buddies with D&D Speed or DD Speed Shop. which is another Tri-5 channel, and I think they've done at least 1 or 2 episodes together. If you're into DD Speed Shop, you'd like New Burns, and vice versa. Yeah, and Rescued and Restored, his 71 is a Cleveland, 31 Cleveland, if I remember from his episode I just watched yesterday. And yeah, they're very popular in Australia. So was Dom's Charger 2 LO not real? Yes, it was not. And yes, it had a ram and wheels that made it go down the track. We'll get to that movie in a couple movies. I'm sorry, you just brought up Dom. I changed Dan and Tom's name to Dom and Tan. So that's Dom. That is Dom's favorite movie. Yeah, if you like NASCARs or car movies in general, Days of Thunder is definitely worth a watch. And we're coming into Dom's favorite movie, the original Fast and the Furious. Now, well, it's the original of the 10 movies they made now, but there was one in, I want to say, the 50s that actually is technically the first Fast and Furious movie. And it's a sort of a car heist movie. I haven't seen it when I was a kid, a long time ago now. But yeah, the Fast and the Furious was a neat movie. I never expected to turn into this 10 movie franchise of family, as they say. It's all about family. It's all about family. That's my best. Yeah, that's not a very good Vin Diesel, but and that actually, I'm assuming that everybody's seen this one. What do you guys think of this one? I think it definitely gave car movies a shot in the arm that they had needed and hadn't been in a very long time. Oops, sorry, that's best one was the first one. Yeah, I'm partial to the second one, but we'll get into that in a minute. But not because of the movie, but because of another reason. I think the first Fast and Furious is actually like a movie. And the other ones are a series of, it's like Ocean's 11 with cars for the rest of them. But yeah, it's a good movie. I'm glad I have it. Anybody else's thoughts on it other than the number one super fan, Dan? Sorry about my voice tonight, guys. And girls. Or, yeah, we'll go with that. There's at least, I'm pretty sure my mom's watching. Hi, Mom. So, excuse me. So, if no one else has anything they'd like to talk about with the Fast and Furious, I will throw the link up again. If anyone is interested in dropping on by, feel free to come in. Again, talk about whatever you'd like to. If there's anything specific you would or wouldn't like to say or see, feel free to jump on in. I actually might see you in the chat this time. Rescued and Restored Garage says, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Let's see what Dan has to say. Really, the best part of the whole movie is the Charger. Dan has a tiny bit of an obsession with Dom's Charger. Just a wee bit. Just a tiny bit. I say I'm pretty sure there's a model of it in his bedroom. You never know. So I think we will move on here. And we'll talk about the second Fast and the Furious movie, which I have nothing directly to do with. One of the cars I built when I was at McLaren, we built what they call an FR200, which followed up the Mustangs we built for Ford Racing. And there was 3 of them. And they were highly customized Focuses. Wide body kits, 3-piece BBS wheels, 300 horsepower, 2-liter engine, 20 pounds of boost. They were amazing little cars. I'm attempting to put together some stuff from I don't have any behind the scenes photos for this one. I do for the Mustangs we built, the FR500s, but these were not released yet. So I don't have anything behind the scenes because I left before they were fully released. I stopped working at McLaren. I went to Roush, which is a very big mistake, so I don't have anything behind the scenes from that. I do have some photos of the car after the stuff, but those cars were as fast or faster at Road Atlanta than a Z06 Corvette at the time, which was big, very big. Styling is a little crazy. They were fairly, I mean, you could tell they were customized, carbon fiber body parts and all kinds of crazy stuff. But they gave, which I don't even think the company's in business anymore, they gave those cars to APC, which is American Products Corporation. They made a lot of the stuff that you'd find at O'Reilly's or any of your local AutoZone, the car parts places. They made like the fire extinguishers and the glow in the dark crap that you could buy there. And they did the flame paint. The car, I don't have a better photo up, sorry, in this slideshow. There is a flame motif, but it's the American flag and flames, and the interior's got a whole bunch of crazy stuff in it. But that version of the car is in Too Fast, Too Furious for a second. Like if you blip, it's gone. And Tay's Garage, when they introduce Ludacris, he has a shop. It's in the background of that shop. When you see it, that's the scene that it's in. And literally the car's in it. I think that's the only scene in it. I haven't seen the movie in a while. So that's the only thing that's in there. I don't have any photos of the other. I've made cars that have been in 2 movies or had a hand in. They were not my cars. When I was at Saleen, we did the GT40s, limited production run of that stuff because the Wixom Ford plant didn't want to hand assemble a car. So we built about 85% at the old Stanley Door Factory in Troy. It's going to make no sense to anybody but somebody who's from the state. For Saleen SSV, the Saleen from California came out and did the assembly work out there. But the two Triple X2, the car in that one, the hero car at the end is actually, it's a hodgepodge, but they built that car there. So I have I think I turned 2 or 3 bolts on it. I didn't do anything extremely special with that one. But my claim to fame is I've made cars that have been in Vin Diesel movie sequels that Vin Diesel is not in. So I don't know if that's actually a claim to fame, but we'll go with it. Real quick, we have a couple new people come in. Actually, I'm trying to track everybody down here. Rescued and Restored saying 6667 Charger is a better charger. Take that, put it in your pipe, Dan. Hello, Ron English. Thank you for dropping by. We're talking car movies. Buff was in here a little bit earlier from Buff's Garage. New guys guitar. Good to see you back. I'm going to butcher your name. Heterogeneity Rocks. I believe I said that right. Thank you for dropping by. Good to see you. Okay, I am trying to. I'm sorry, guys. I got Yammer in there and lost track of where everybody was at here. Okay. Dan is saying that, and yet the main hero cars were painfully slow. I believe he's talking about you're not going to see this, but it's not going to help. The green and the purple car in the front. Yes, Dan. Most cars in movies are movie magic. They're not special. They're just bubble gum and wheels. They're just enough to get them up and down the road, and it'll make a stunt car do certain things, but there'll be nothing inside of it but a roll cage for the most part. Yeah, and Rescue and Restored agrees with you, my friend. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's. Oh, yep, Ron. Yeah, definitely. Everybody, I know I've said this before, but we had a couple new people come in. Big thing I do if I go to a live stream is if I see someone in the chat that I don't not subscribe to their channel, I will try to make a point to grab the information, go in another window, post it in, and go look at their channel. And if I like it, give them a subscription and let them know why I'm there. I'd like to try to support everybody in our group, in our community, not just the No Name Nationals. We've got a lot of great people in our general automotive community. I'm glad to be part of it. And I want to support everybody I can. Yeah, so that car was very cool. Like I was talking about earlier, I'm going to put I've got a lot of photos I was able to take at McLaren of the Mustangs, and I've got to find a way to digitize them. I'm going to make some kind of slideshow, but not on one of these. I'll just make a video out of it because it's stuff you'll never get to see. I couldn't do that now. I don't know anybody that could now, but I got a bunch of behind-the-scenes photos because those cars were already released. and we were upfitting them to match the show car because we had 2 mule cars and 1 silver show car. There was a black and a white mule car testing car, and the show car was silver. So as we upfit the other 2 cars, I was able to take photograph of us building them and painting them and doing the different things with them and how the subframe worked and was mounted and all the custom stuff. So I got to throw that in. There's also some work. We built a lot of roll cages for testing for Bosch brakes. So I put about 10 roll cages into everything from a 4-door F-150, which were brand new at that time for the new body style around the 2000s. Mustangs, AMXs, MDXs, the new Acuras were just coming out. Did a whole bunch of interesting stuff with that stuff. Let's see what New Guys Garage. The Monte Carlo and Tokyo Drift was actually built. Yeah, well, and that car that I had a hand in building, that was a potent little car, especially for that time. I know 300 horsepower doesn't sound like much, but in that era when a new car would maybe have 200, even a V8, that was good. That was cool. I think one of the Fast and Furious, I'm going to get it wrong because I don't know the genealogy of them. The green Camaro that David Freiberger built, I think it's something bomb, Firebomb, or I'm going to screw that up. That was a real car, and it was in one of those shows, but they made fake cars to mimic it. I believe they wrecked it. I haven't seen that one in a long time. I think it's in 5 or 6. Somebody will correct me. I'm sorry, Ron. Ron's saying that this is a whole new realm for him. Just saying, I am not sure. I likely lost what you're commenting on in the chat, so I do apologize. You guys, Garage corrected me. It's the F-bomb. There is a green Camaro in one of the movies, and it's got like a fighter bomb, like a World War II fighter plane motif on the side, and that's owned by David Freiberger from Roadkill and Hot Rod. Yeah, I do apologize, Ron. I am not 100% sure what you're talking about. If you could let me know, I'd appreciate it. I don't want to mischaracterize what you said. And if you're just talking to the chat, let me know that too, because it might not have been anything for me to even know about it in the first place. No, and everybody and anybody that'd like to is always welcome to come on in. I do appreciate Buff's Garage stopping by. That's very cool. Buff's got an awesome channel. He does a lot of Pontiac stuff, but he's got a good mixture of cars as well. His newest project that he was in tonight on the live stream was Brian Vantana. It's a 91, 92 GM van, shorty. And I believe his plan is to make it as funky and 70s as humanly possible. I believe he named it Brian Vantana after Brian Vantana and the Anchorman movies. And if he's still in here, you can correct me if I screwed that up. Good on you there, Ron English. Great. These are the last couple. There's actually one more I've got in here that's a special for New Guys Garage, which I'll put up here in a minute. That's technically not a car movie. The car movie stuff is fun. The vehicles that I did work on that ended up in movies. They weren't built for movies. I never been on a movie set. The closest I got in that time period when I was at Saline, we built I was there for about the first 4 to 500 Ford GTs, and we had a film crew come in and they filmed us loading Jay Leno's car into a trailer. It took about 45 minutes to have us roll a car 45 feet from the production line into a trailer. It was not exciting. There were 4 of us. We ended up on the top deck. If you've ever seen the big enclosed trailers, the double deckers, there's a big ramp that comes out the back and it lifts the car straight up and then you can load them into the upper deck. Well, we were stuck up there for about 20 minutes with nothing there to guide us. They were getting B-roll shots, and the main guy was running into the cameraman was running into the trailer, and he'd never been into a car trailer before. And if you've ever seen the inside of those, there is an empty space between the 2 rails for the cars, and they'll put a tarp down or a trap mat that snaps in place to collect fluids. He didn't know that was there, and he went to step on it, and he almost went directly down onto the car below it. He was able to save himself, but and the nicest way to put it, he basically crotched himself on the rail. He did save the camera, but he did not have a pleasant day, and we couldn't come help him from where we were. We were stuck on the ramp on the back of the thing, so we were just kind of, once we knew it was okay, we were laughing, but it looked extremely painful, to put it nicely. Hey, Pickle. And we have Pickle return. I don't know if you were here for Buff Pickle, but Buff's Garage actually has worked here and there with Junkyard Digs. And I asked him if he'd met Junkyard Mook yet, and he said he unfortunately had not, but they might be doing something this summer. So you might be able to get some Junkyard Mook info, because I know you like the Junkyard Mook. And Ronning saying, I was working a 629 for front suspension of my brother earlier this season. Now correct me if I'm wrong on this, please, Ron. You were the English family. It's One-Eyed Cat, and there's two. Wendy is, and a couple other people are all. I'm going off my memory from one of John's live streams. So they're got 6 degrees of English. We're always surrounded by the English. And Ron saying he's done graphics for ARCA race cars. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm very lucky to have done the stuff that I've done. I went from working at McLaren doing really cool stuff and not race cars, but development stuff and stuff that was aftermarket prototype, which is more of my what I've always liked more. Production cars are fun and all, but working on an assembly line is not great. But I thought, hey, I went to Roush from McLaren. It was more money. It was almost $3 an hour raise, which back then was huge. So I was making like Burger King money. And I went from doing awesome cars. I went to SEMA and were in magazines to doing oil changes on prototypes that they just were going to wreck. It was the worst decision I ever made. I worked for Roush twice. Most money I'd ever made both times, and just not a great move on my part. I guess I didn't live and learn, but it was neat to do some stuff. The second time I went back to Roush was as an engineer, and it was a humongous pay raise from where I was when I was working at the military company. And went there, what I thought was going to be cool. I didn't go for the car stuff. The department I was in was making equipment and rides for Disney. And when I was there in 2015, they were making the Avatar ride. They were making 2 or 3 other rides. I'll have to see what I have or don't have of that to show you guys. I don't have much. We were the Iron Man ride there. That was, I believe, it was going to Tokyo Disney or Disney Tokyo, and there was a giant. You would sit in a giant, basically like a Iron Man mask, and it would, the typical Disney fly around, do stuff. Yeah, Pickle, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you weren't here for Pickle saying it was awesome. It sounds cool. Wish you could meet. I don't doubt that he will be back here and there. And it was amazing that he came by tonight. Apparently, I put out the back signal. I was talking about car movies and Pontiacs, and magically Buff appears. Just for everybody who's new in the chat, if you don't know who Buff's Garage is, he does a live stream on Thursday nights at 9 Eastern with Punisher Le Mans, and they do a Pontiac Power Hour. And then their live stream normally leads into Irish Outlaws. I believe it's called Cars and Cussin', which is on at 10 or 10:15 after them. So definitely go check them out. They do a trivia contest, which is actually what inspired me to try out this slideshow thing. I don't have a contest. I don't have the money to give you guys prizes. You get my thanks, and I appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys dropping by. Yeah, but definitely go check them out. Check out everybody. If you guys don't know, Pickin' with Pickle is our official Newfoundlander. He is up in Newfoundland, which will make no sense for you, but Newfoundland is that way for me. And he's got an awesome channel. He does live streams on Fridays. My other buddies that we do a lot of stuff with do Monday night live stream every other Monday with Junkyard Necromancer, New Guys Garage, New Guys Guitar, and Woody's Garage. New Guys Guitar and Garage do live streams around every other Saturday or so. Pickle does his on Fridays. Woody doesn't do one yet. We'll try to get him into it. And Junkyard Necromancer is doing one he's tearing down a Chrysler Flathead, and he's doing that about every other Monday right Oh, and Neverboard S10 thank you very much. Got your stickers. They're up there. Well, I agree with you. He's saying the Yinka was the best of the Too Fast, Too Furious series. I'm partial to the car that I actually helped build, but that movie was not the best of the franchise, but I don't know if any of them was. Probably the first one, honestly. But thank you for stopping by, sir. Yes, single custom shop, more size twice. Plus the cars, sorry, ironically, you're saying single custom stuff, hauler size twice plus the car more than that on the other items. Great memories. One-Eyed Cat has some stories that he was involved with years ago. One-Eyed Cat is his brother. He's in the No Name Nationals. They made it. Also, I unfortunately didn't get to mention when Buff was on. 38 POS, I believe his other, a lot of people might know him as Racer. Made his 500 on Sunday. So definitely go check him out if you haven't. So he's made it into the No Name Nationals. He's made his 500. So definitely go over and say hi and give him a subscription. Yes, and Rescue and Restored is asking if I watch Fitzy. Yes, I do. Actually, I watch him. I watch him and Make It Custom, which is they're both in Canada. Two very much either end of the spectrum of custom car bodywork and metalworking. I'm more Fitzy in terms of I'm nowhere near his level or his talent, but my stuff is much more on his end of it. And Make It Custom is hand forming. He makes dies and stuff to make parts. He's making I want to say it's a 40 Zephyr. It's 4-door and a 2-door. Very, very, very slick guy. I like them both. I'm not exactly sure. It must have been something I said, but you are very welcome, Pickle, and I'm very glad I could make you a happy pickle. And Pickle does follow. Awesome. Hey. Hello, Jim's Fastback. What's going on? Sorry, we talked about movie cars tonight and movies in general with car stuff. Buff's Garage dropped by for a while, which is awesome. If anybody would like to, you are more than welcome to come on. Pickle, hey, I'm looking at you. If anybody wants to come on, feel free to do so. We've got about another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to shut it down at about 9 o'clock my time. We got about 15 minutes. Which actually, I should go ahead and do the last slide. I assume Dan is still in here, which is New Guys Garage. And this is one for him. Our Discord between us to do the live stream is Junkyard and I keep making a reference to this movie. It's Jeremiah Johnson. I don't know how many of you might have seen it. It's Robert Redford movie from, I want to say, the 70s. And he's basically a mountain man that follows him through his travels. There isn't even a car. And the time frame is technically in the 1880s. But the way Dan, the six gun, the Bowie knife, basically the beard, he looks like Jeremiah Johnson. So we put that meme up a lot in our Discord. So I threw this one in there for him. It's actually a very good movie. But basically, if Dan wore more raw tan leather, he would look like Jeremiah Johnson. Oh, hey, Amaranth is in here. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, awesome, Ron. I haven't seen you, so I will take word for that for sure. Ron is saying that One-Eyed Cat are twins a whole 10 minutes before me. You can always say you're the younger, more handsome brother. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rescue and Restored. Just subscribe to Pickle. Thank you very much, guys. That's a big part of why I did want to do these live streams is trying to connect people who might not have seen each other's channels yet, and try to get other people out there and get people noticed, especially people that I find entertaining, which everybody in the chat is. And I watch all your content, and I do greatly appreciate everybody coming by. This isn't even a cold snack. It's actually room temperature, and it's water. But I do not drink anymore after the organs, so. New Guys Garage saying, wait, not even a car in it. No, Dan, this was just in here for you because I had assumed you'd be in the chat tonight, and it is worth watching. But that's the meme that Junkyard and I always put in the Discord. That's the movie. I'm not going to put that one up there, Ron, but yeah, he calls Ron the afterbirth, and that's harsh. But that's what the old timers are going to say when they're threatened by the new guys. So these things happen. Also, real quick, since Dan is in here, New Guys Garage, he did a video calling me out about how I tried to do too many things by the book. And I released a video today explaining how, yes, and I'm cooler than him. So you might want to go make sure you watch both videos to get the context. We do like each other a lot, and it's all in good fun, but I'm right and he's not. So, there is that. Oh. Oh, good God. Okay, so New Guys Garage saying you've been putting memes in Discord. Yes, Dan. Yes. Yes, it's easy to do. If you actually looked at when the pictures are moving, and that's a GIF, and we also put memes in there. So, yeah, it happens. Much like EFI, you might not understand it, but we'll get you. We will get you through this. I promise, pal. That's a promise. I will help you through this. Oh yeah, and you, not YPU. YPU is the same difference. Yeah, Discord's fun. I honestly, I definitely check out Junkyard Necromancer. I found him. We started talking through Junkyard. I found Pickle, and then I found New Guys, and then we all just. This is all 6 degrees of Junkyard. I don't think he's on here tonight. I haven't seen him. But yeah, he's definitely got a cool channel. He's got a cool logo, and he's a real knowledgeable guy and a lot of cool stuff. He just bought a 67 F250 plow rig, and there should be some stuff coming out in his channel shortly about him doing some clutches and some other stuff on that. Very cool truck. I have always been partial to dent sides, which that technically is a dent side, or no, bump side. I'm sorry. It always and like that whole thing gets me, and then like calling it like an 88 Chevy and OBS. There's a lot old body style. There's a lot of older body styles than that. So it's the whole thing is weird. I guess I'm getting older. Yeah. Yeah. Dan fears the EFI. I don't know what house to put it to him, and she's just as he's not down with the EFI. He's not down with the coolness. Yeah, feel free to come on in. I will, Pickle, feel free to come in. I will post this one more time. Anyone who would like to go ahead and drop by, feel free to do so. And you guys are saying, I thought you were just putting up random crap up. Didn't realize it was relating to something. This is going to make no sense to anybody but, like the 4 people in Discord. We explained this when we first put it up because you asked us what the hell that meme was of this guy. You likely have seen this GIF, and it's an old mountain man looking off in the distance with a smile on his face. It's from that movie, and we started doing that. Everybody, welcome Pickle to the chat.
Hello, everybody.
So yeah, Dan didn't realize that that the movie thing that I just put up was we were actually referring to something in the Discord. We've done this and explained this like months ago. So I guess we're going to have to go through it all over again.
I'll have to get Discord. I don't have it right now.
I never had it before we started doing this stuff together. Oh, yep. And Rescued and Restored says he likes the brick nose. There isn't much I don't like car-wise. There's things I just like more than other stuff, but a car has to be really bad for me to dislike it.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of like pre-1984 trucks, but yeah, brick nose does look good.
Yeah, real quick, Ron's saying thank you. It doesn't get a lot of attention. Honestly, seriously, guys, go look up stuff. Go check out people's channels. It's a solid community. A lot of guys like Ron and a lot of the other people in the chat are in everybody's chat. And I don't know if they all have channels, and I don't know how active they are, but they're always in there to support, which is awesome. And we have another. I'm going to get rid of the slideshow and welcome our next contestant. Oh, it's new guys.
Hey, Dan, how is it going?
How's it going, everybody? Figured I'd hop in the last couple minutes.
Hey, no, I've had two extremely famous YouTubers on and Pickle tonight. So
I mean, semi-famous.
well, by all rights, you are the most famous person that has been on any of our live streams. But Buff
You
isn't
are.
far behind you, and Pickles. Well, you're a ways off, but you're getting there, my friend. You are getting there. Or-
Pickle's more famous than
you're
I
getting
am,
there.
Right here, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting there, yeah.
I keep mentioning him in every freaking live stream. So,
right?
well, you know what? You're right. He's got to be more famous than you are because Witty
Pickles
keeps
is famous.
appearing in his freaking. Witty keeps appearing in his live streams, not in mine, not in yours. Oh my God, you have another guys. We have all the new
Hey,
guys.
Tom, how are you?
Tom,
Pretty
what's up?
good.
Nope, you're over
Hey.
here. What's up?
What's happening, Tom?
Not much. Thought I'd pop in and say hi.
Put out the bat signal, and I got Buff's Garage for movies. Start talking about Jeremiah Johnson, and you understand that you can put memes and stuff in Discord, right, Tom?
Yeah,
Okay, well, explain that to your brother because you're closer than I am.
you could put stuff like that into Discord. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, wow. Well, I know you can put memes. I just didn't realize all the random crap you've been put had like a central connection to it. You know? Right.
That happened like the first week we started this crap, like back in February, and we.
Well, that's probably why I don't remember because it's been so long.
Well, what are you a squirrel? Are you a squirrel with the memory? No, because we explained it, and then I thought we both thought you got it because we keep putting it in there like at least once every week. Junkyard's putting that in. The meme where the guy's looking off this is with a smile and he's got all that leather on. That's the meme.
Yeah, I was probably doing. I was
Yeah,
probably
for Dan.
I was probably doing this when you explained it to me.
You got distracted by something shiny, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was just smiling and waving.
Yeah, Rescued and Restored has just subscribed to Ron English. Thank you very much, sir. Definitely go check out Ron's channel. Check out Rescued and Restored. Check out everybody's channel, sure.
I'll check
Especially
you out, Ron. I've
You're
tried to
awesome
subscribe
right
to
here.
everybody that shows up in everybody's live streams, but it is hard to keep track, so I apologize if I'm not.
I don't think Dan's daughter has a YouTube channel yet, but she pretty much is a star of his YouTube channel. So
Oh,
I know he's got a Scooby Doo. Oh, I thought there was a Scooby Doo ghost in there.
What?
Oh, God, don't get them going.
Rat, where's the snacks?
Well, you know, it's not a live stream with us if there's not at least a dog and a kid. That's the one thing that runs through everybody's streams. There's a dog or a kid.
Yep.
Oh boy, I tell you what.
Hold on, that boss killing right.
And Ron English is thanking Rescued and Restored Garage. I've been very busy with work on Don's Valiant, which is One-Eyed Cat. I will go for the 500 next year. So he's going to go for the 500 no name next year. Apparently, he's doing all the wrenches for his channel.
I
So.
just
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm at this point. I'm like, well, I'll either hit 500 or I won't. We'll see what happens.
You never know.
Yeah, it's quiet though.
I'm trying.
You're getting there. You're at what?
Okay.
200 now? 250?
You're moving up.
210.
210.
You're getting up there.
Letty
Get creeping up a little more than it has been in the last since I started putting out the like one chord lessons. So
Yeah. You're a hell of a lot closer to 500 than I am to 1,000. So
I guess that's true. Yeah,
yeah, mathematically is.
mathematically
I
is.
don't know about that.
I think I got 81 currently.
I'm like at
I went up the past couple of days.
You're maybe not a hell of a lot, but you are
40
closer.
something percent. I think you're at like. Where are you?
I'm 690 something.
So you're almost like 70%.
It made me feel. It's 697.
Yeah, you're almost at 700. 700's 70% of 1,000. So
Yeah, that's true. But I like my math better. I'm doing new guys garage math. I'm gonna carry the one.
Yeah.
What if I have done math like that?
you're gonna have to carry the one about a quarter mile that way.
Yeah, well, that's fine. He's over there.
I might be dyslexic, but I work with numbers literally every job I've ever had. It's been
You're
numbers.
just counting the number of apples in the display bin does not count as numbers.
Yeah. Love me.
What?
Hey Dan, Dan,
Yeah.
you heard of the up dog?
Yeah, I've heard of that guy. Cool
This
dude.
is my hair.
I just told that to my daughter.
My
You
fake
pulled that
hair.
Pulled that on Aubrey.
My fake
Yeah.
hair. Where's
She's
that?
like, phew, I don't know. It's probably up dog. She's like, what's up, dog? I'm like, oh, not much. How are you?
You be in the video just with like flailing all around.
And Jim just subscribed to Ron as well. Big thanks, Jim. If you haven't, check out Jim's Will It Run on his Ford Straight Six. Very cool video. I think he just put that out on Friday, I
I've been
want to
keeping
say.
up
It's
on
out,
it,
it's out now anyway.
Pickle,
I have been keeping up. Yes, Stan.
what are you doing on Mondays? Every other Monday.
Nothing.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm free Monday.
I see. All
I
right.
kind of get to pick my days off.
Okay, but who are we going to replace then?
Well, we can have up to 10 people. Well,
No,
Whitney's there.
They're going to do 5. Who's getting axed? Eh,
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
well, actually, what
Well,
we should do.
technically, I'm the uselessest character on that live stream. So
No, you're the
No,
balladeer. You're
that's not true
you're
at all.
important. Although
Yeah.
now technically, we could replace you as a minstrel with Pickle because he does play guitar. So
and he knows more about cars than I do.
yeah, but we do need a motorcycle guy, and you are that guy. So
It's important. We need both. I know stuff. I know a little bit about everything, and you know a little bit about guitar. It's important. You know way more about guitar than I do.
6%.
A little bit.
what happened? I'm sorry, I lost you there.
Well, why would you replace somebody?
Apparently, Pickle knows a little bit about everything, and I know a little bit about playing guitar.
What in the fever dream land is going on in your living room, man? No problem. Definitely go check out Jim's channel. Jim's thanking me for plug. Absolutely. Seriously, go look at everybody's channel. I found a lot of these people through watching live streams and looking stuff up and finding channels.
I'll find
I'm
you,
not
Ron.
Look him up. He'll be quite valiant. No, we don't actually need to replace anybody. I'm just goofing around. And besides, you never know if he's going to be here anyway.
Well, like I said, I
Really?
think I said it before, but if it's too much trouble, then don't bother. It's all right.
No,
that-
dude,
wait,
I'm kidding, Pickle. Quit it.
I got it. Gladiator battle. Whoever wins. Gladiator battle. Whoever wins gets to be on the street.
Frying pans at 10 paces.
Yes. Yes.
That'll work.
Witty's work hardened to that though by now, so you got an uphill battle, Pickle.
Oh, he's only worked hard in here. This whole area, not so much. But here, yeah. Don't hit him in the back of the head. But here,
Well,
well,
have you seen this area? It's probably taken a few hits.
yeah, but that's why he's got the mustache. So you might not be able to penetrate all the mustache grease because he's got that.
Not
handlebar
since
thing.
we got Jack Link's jerky.
Oh, and Does Nothing Specials here. Thank you very much for dropping by, my friend.
Hey.
Howdy.
We were talking cars and car movies. Bus Garage
How you
stopped
getting
by,
on?
and then Du Bois stopped
Blues
by.
Brothers.
Yep,
Yeah,
Best
why
car
was the
movie
Blue
ever.
Brothers in that?
it was.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
you were just absent.
Was that like right at the beginning?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was the
Third one.
third movie in the list.
oh,
In
That
fact,
was I got a lot of
he-
movies to catch up on.
he
I haven't
psyched
seen
me out
most of
because
what
he
we've
put
had on your
that slide
slides.
up. And I was like, hey, I love that movie. It's the
I
best
tried-
of both worlds.
the movie I
most-
can relate to.
I put most of my car movies in, and I figured I'd try to put something in for likely someone that's seen at least one of them.
I think I only seen one. No, I've seen two because Fury, or is that what it's called? The one where the truck's chasing the guy in the orange little car and the smoking bandit.
Duel.
Yeah, sorry. Fury's a war movie. I get them mixed up.
Yeah. And LNA is back. Welcome up. You're all more than welcome to jump on here as well, LNA. More than
Hey,
merrier.
Renee, how you going? How's it going?
Since apparently we're just gonna keep going because I was gonna stop 5 minutes ago, but let's just keep it rolling.
We
Yeah,
do
we
this to you
kinda
every
blame
time.
you. So that's what we do. We
I
should have
specifically
rated the
waited
last
till
5
you.
minutes.
I specifically waited until you had 5 minutes left, and then I was
Yeah,
like,
that's-
okay,
that's-
So,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it was.
time to get on.
it's like life support for the stream. It's like, no, keep her going.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Hold on, Goof Troop. Ron English is asking. We need an evening events at No Name Nationals in the pits for Fire Pit Light. So maybe like a multi-channel live stream or something when you guys are in the pits and live stream down there.
That sounds cool. If I make it, I'm more than happy
You
to
gotta
join your
make it
live
cool.
stream.
What is stopping you from making it, Pickle?
Reality?
Well,
I don't
besides,
really know.
stop worrying about reality. I haven't worried about that in years.
Well, I need to get my truck, but I should have plenty of time to tune up the truck and get it to the point where I'll be able to drive there and back half reliably at least.
It does have a special.
Drive to Minnesota, and then
Yeah.
you can hitch a ride in the U-Haul with us.
Yeah, you can carpool down with us.
I think he's going to be
Alright.
closer to Montana, which might not work out so well.
Yeah.
I don't know how close I am. I haven't really looked at the map yet. I'll figure it out.
So
Well, if
does,
you're close to Junkyard's about 20 hours away from us, which is preventing this guy from having a motorcycle right now. Do you realize 20 hours is really 40 hours there and back is in between you and a motorcycle that don't run?
that's the key
I'm
part.
aware. I can do math.
It's like I said on my live stream, I think it was the
You know
other
how
day.
much
If I see any motorcycles,
You know how
I'll
much
be sure to
money
put
you're
them
going to spend on this free motorcycle? How much gas money this thing's going to cost?
Does Nothing Special had a good point. Blues Brothers,
So-
this is partly why I put it up there, especially when the nun was beating their asses with the ruler. Everybody has a favorite part of the Blues Brothers movie. And everybody seems to be different.
Yeah, no.
What?
Well, you don't need to be shaking around like a crazy person.
Stop.
I'm going to get videos of the wife pulling out the 262 out of the 70s. Reskin Restored has a 72 Chevelle, and he's going to get a video of his wife pulling out the straight six.
Oh, I read that wrong. Sorry, I gotta do the old man squint like Dan. Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
there we go.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
squint vision.
Yeah, make sure you get the crow's feet, like in the, side of the eyes. That way.
I can't make out who's there. Who's that? Ron's
ahead.
saying they
Make my
went as
day.
spectators. They went as spectators. They went as
One-eyed
spectators.
cat, huh?
Almost 900 miles one way to go. And Ron is the One-Eyed Cat's brother.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
There's a lot. Anybody with English is related to One-Eyed Cat. Technically, there's Wendy English, Ron English. So they're if you see them in the chat, they're the Englishes. We're surrounded by Englishes. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a straight six, small V8. So he's got the little 262 bitty bitty V8.
Well, I hope you maintain it at least. I'm not gonna point any fingers.
What? Made
No,
maintain.
like I pointed enough fingers with my video today, Pickle, about reply to Dan's video. So
I gotta watch it.
You gotta speak louder in your videos because I could barely understand the mumble coming out of your mouth.
That's the old man in you, Dan.
It could be.
Wow,
It
what'd he
could be.
say?
you apparently
Well,
can't see.
Do
Like he started next. He
Yeah,
started
lady with
next to the
snakes in her
camera.
hair.
We
If you
gotta
look
do
at
this.
him, then
And
you
like
turn to
backs
stone.
up. And it's like, what?
Right.
Well,
I'll be up in a little bit.
I had some microphone trouble on this video, so I tried to up the volume levels and I forgot because I haven't had to do it in a while. That the editing software I use does not adjust for audio worth of crap.
Do you use a microphone 6%, like a little Bluetooth one or anything?
I
Or?
use the shotgun. Like
Okay.
I don't want to have a lapel mic on when I roll around in a car. The only one I have is for my my big camera, and I tend not to use my camera for in the garage stuff.
Right. Yeah, that
think
makes sense.
Ah,
Hey, the conduit.
Then, on the video.
the star of my live streams.
Hey,
The
conduit.
conduit. Hey, sound
Yeah,
like
can't do it.
Like
Dan.
Yeah.
Con, do it.
It ain't the can't do it. It's the con do it.
Con can't do it.
Yeah, Jim. A spectator is a split of optimal proportions. Yes, that is a spectator. It's also just me dropping a little bit back into the southern now. Did wrote it up down there in the
Tater. Tater. Give me some tater tops.
Is there anything like a couch potato?
Yeah, it's or a guy I used to work with. His nickname was Tater because someone mispronounced his last name once and he got stuck. So
Ron White. Tater
his last
salad.
name his last name was Tanner, and they thought it was Tater, so he got stuck with Tater, and it fit him because I can't explain to you on YouTube most of the things that he did at work. So
Well,
You're not
I
that
know
friendly.
people with worse nicknames, believe it or not, like way
Hopefully.
worse. So
Hopefully he's gotten pulled over and had to give that as a nickname. And then
no, I
got
don't
pulled
think
over
I don't think he's
later on in life and was like, are you
Ron
Tater?
Tater. White? Yeah, no, I don't think he's.
Tater said, you caught me. You caught the tater.
one of them taters.
Tater top.
No, LNA, a tater with the black spots would be a speckled tater.
Actually, okay. You went.
And Rescue and Restored is saying, good to see you, Tom. You're like me, but 20 years younger.
Ah, nice to see you too. Well, hear from you anyway. Read what you wrote.
Or have what they wrote read to you, because I don't think you can, or can you see the chats?
I've seen that one because you put it up there, but that's it.
I've
I
been
can
Yeah,
only
that's
see
the
the
same
ones
with
that
me
you put
too.
up on the screen.
Yeah, I've been trying to throw them in there.
Technically, it's past your bedtime. You're even lucky you still get to be awake.
Bedtime? Not in school any longer.
Yeah, one more day.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
How
Oh,
early
weird.
did school end there? 'Cause it's-
Wait, your guys' school ends sooner? Ours is end of June.
My
Ah,
kids has ended last
ow,
Friday.
what are you doing?
Watch. Bye. Watch.
Ow.
and here it tends to be the first week of June.
What?
Well, if you have your show,
Weird.
Oh
Yeah.
my dear God in heaven. We have
Oh
a
my
witty.
God, it's Winnie. Oh
What?
my God.
Winnie, what?
It's like hen's teeth or seeing Sasquatch.
Oh my
It doesn't know
God.
how
Jeez
I
Louise.
just rare seen
Winnie,
Witty.
to not explain
Why
shaving
is
you.
that all blurry?
wait. Winnie, how long have you been here? Did you
said-
hear about us replacing you with Pickle?
That's probably why he's
Hey,
here.
Dan, shut up.
It's
We got-
ironic because we said that you never
we
show up anywhere. But
Well, no, I'll be upstart with it. Whitty, we took a vote, and because you've spent more time on Pickles live stream than on any of our live streams, you get Pickles, and Pickles coming to ours.
Yeah.
So we're trading players. It's like a draft.
Where you going? Nope. Hey, nope. On the bed. Can't have that.
There are a lot of freaking Englishes because apparently Buffalo Brian English is the rig driver for the cat. So it's starting to sound like the Blues Brothers. It's like, I'm the driver of the Winnebago. This is our band.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but cool.
Yeah, you're fine, Pickle. And I guess Rescued and Restored is in the same weird time zone you are because he said it's 6:13 where he is up in Canada.
Well, it's 10:45 here where I am right now.
That's one idea. You
He
showed.
said he's in Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek. I don't know where that's to.
BC. I think he said it was Dawson's Creek, BC.
Oh, that's a long way from me. That's on the other side of Canada.
Wasn't that where you're going?
Well, 8:15.
No, I'm going to Alberta, which is close to BC.
How many freaking ways? How many different directions in Canada are there, Pickle?
Well, there's 13 provinces and territories.
Yeah, but there's only it's not a circle.
No, it's just
There's
like
so many different directions you can go.
our provinces are just really big. You guys have 50 states, but your states are really small. But our provinces are huge, so like it takes like
Yeah,
a day
There's
to
nothing
drive
there
through
but
one.
Canadians and polar bears. There's nothing else to do up there. So it's just dirt and polar bears.
Hey, and maple syrup, eh?
And mooses and the mooses and the mises, eh?
Lots of syrup.
Mhm.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Whitty says
Whitty
it's the
says-
rarest site on YouTube.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
have
that's
one.
why you really should not have hunted the Sasquatch, Whitty, because you are the Sasquatch. You're
Yeah,
not-
you are the Sasquatch, yeah.
It's 9:14 where Jim's at, so he's in my time zone, which means it's 8:15 in New Guys Land.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
And Rescued and Restored, you might be the biggest country or the second biggest country, but you're in metric measurements, so that doesn't count. That means you're like the size of Texas.
No. Metric system is way better, okay? Come on, Rescued and Restored.
Yeah.
It's better.
Okay,
it's
well, Pickle,
simple.
you're out. He's back in the stream. Sorry,
Ow.
Pickle.
How is it any less confusing than the standard?
Because it is.
Pickle.
God,
When you watch football, is it like is it in meters? The field?
I have no idea because I don't watch football. I would imagine so, yeah. Or it would either be in meters or feet, but I don't know.
well, if it's metric, it'd have to be meters. So
Yeah.
Well, then it's not
And
as good as
poutine,
the
you
American
dicks.
one.
Yeah,
It's
poutine.
Smaller.
yeah, and apparently the small but vocal poutine crowd is back in town.
Poutine is amazing. You
guys-
guys just haven't had good poutine. Okay, I tell you what. I'll bring cheese curds and fries and gravy when I come down, and we're all gonna have a really good poutine. Okay.
Can I get my poutine without the gravy and the cheese curds? Can you just put those off to the side for me? I'd appreciate it.
We're all having poutine.
Yeah, LNA said he had to buy a special ruler for millimeters because it's so small.
It is. Millimeters are
I know
probably
where-
the smallest.
Don't know what you're measuring. Please do not put in the chat what you were measuring that was that small, LNA. We don't. It's a family show.
Gonna get pegged for indecency.
What?
Yep, millimeters are pretty small. Well, that's what we measure rain in. So, wait, what do you guys measure rain in? Do you measure it in millimeters too?
Awesomeness.
We measure it in the potential of drowningness.
Oh,
You know, it's-
that makes sense.
So we've
rain-
gotten enough rain here, and then that last 2 days probably drowned 36 people.
We're having the complete opposite problem. We're having like droughts and wildfires.
Well, if I could, I'd push some of that up there for you, but
I wish.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's inches here. Rain is measured in inches here, Pickle. Ron works with blueprints, and he's got 3 thousandths or 30 thousandths of an inch. No
Wow,
metric here.
that is. See how overcomplicated that is. Wherefore, it's just like 6 millimeters, not
Well,
3 thousandths of an inch of rain or whatever.
the stuff that I did for the military stuff was weird because any of the old prints were in standard. Any of the new stuff was in metric. So it was this weird hodgepodge of crap that
Well,
made no
you
sense.
say
When you put it
you
together,
said
it didn't
metric.
work.
Did I hear that right? You said metric.
Yes,
Right.
I understand metric, Pickle. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
The military uses all of it. They
No,
tried
no,
switching over to metric because then when they ship stuff over, it's easier to work on.
It's hodgepodge because technically, if stuff is in inches, and if you're building off a print from the 60s, so we would build new stuff that was brand new product that was a design from the 60s, it would still be standard hardware. It's a complete mismatch, at least it used to be. I don't doubt it's probably been changed somewhat since, because I haven't worked in that stuff since 2012.
Yeah, I think the military went over to metric at the same time they got rid of the don't ask, don't tell thing. I think there's a correlation there.
I was just gonna say it's gotten a lot more colorful in the military recently. So
Yeah,
Just
especially the hair. I mean, that part seems to be very colorful there now.
don't ask, don't tell what system of measurement you're using. Just build it to however you want it. It's fine. And Woody says we measure in American bald eagles here, Pickle.
True.
We measure in maple syrup jars here. Okay.
6.5 bald eagles.
And Ron's saying, and that is just for garage door track. I grew up American.
Oh, so when I was driving home from work, I seen a falcon take off from the road. Them things
Did
are
it try to
huge.
kill you?
No,
Okay.
he had a whole giant squirrel he was flying up above the trees with. That thing was fat. Like he was like carrying him around like nobody's business. Like didn't even care.
And
Wait, is this the same bird you told me about? Telling me that you just saw a toucan?
No, totally different bird. I know it wasn't a toucan, right? But
Guy calls me
flew
up
by-
and he's like, dude, you'll never
flew
believe
by
it.
so fast.
I saw a
It
toucan.
looked like
I'm
Toucan Sam.
you do understand that toucan looks like no other bird, right?
I said it looked like for a second. Like I didn't say it was. I know that's ridiculous. There's no
How many
toucan
times
around here. But like it flew by in front of the car so fast. That's all I could see was the Fruit Loops guy like zoom. And it was really weird and awkward.
This is an important PSA. Does not have a special set. The only people that use the metric system in America are drug dealers, Pickle.
Prominently.
No.
You can't say no. It's true.
No.
Oh, now, all right. Hey, this is going too far.'re not threatening me to eating poutine on my own live stream, Mr. Rescue and Risk.
That's right, Rescue. Me and you are best buddies now, okay? Poutine.
I am 6'2", 340 pounds. You will eat poutine when we meet.
Me and him are going to make some poutine. We're going to bring it down. We're going to sit you guys down. You're finally going to have some homemade, awesome poutine.
6% will outpace you on his rascal, okay? When he's at no. You won't be able to catch him. You are very rascal, right?
No, I will not be wearing a rascal. If you see me running, you better start running because I don't run for something unless something's going to eat me or kill me. I can't run. So if I'm running, you better start running.
That's good reasons to run.
I literally can't run because I had knee surgery and it never quite healed right. So it's always been kind of messed up. If you see me booking it anywhere, like get out of there because something's going down.
Well, that's
For
good
me
to
to
know.
run away from it is terrifying.
No, that's good to know, because if we're ever attacked by a bear in Sykeston, you're the first one I'm throwing to the ground because you're gonna be slower than I am. So
I think throwing to the ground is probably not going to happen.
I'll throw the bear to the ground.
okay.
I've seen
Like,
seen this
Have
man.
you ever seen The
bird
Revenant?
shoulder and carry it downstairs. I
Won't
mean,
even be
I
close.
think
Bear
we
won't
could-
even get a shot in.
Hey.
So basically, what you're saying is we need to make you one of those bear suits. We've seen those on YouTube. The guy that put the bear fighting suit together.
I'll wear a bear suit and go after one. Yeah.
Hey, you give him enough Dr. Pepper, and he'll do anything you ask.
It'd be hilarious.
you win too.
There's a guy who made a bear suit. It was a 100-pound suit, and basically you could run him over with a car. You could throw a bear at him. He was fine.
Oh yeah, I ain't jumping in this to lose. That's for damn sure.
Ron said I've seen an eagle grab sushi at the river and at Cooper's Hawk grab a native brook trout 20 feet from me. I was picking up rocks.
Did a tear drop run from your eye?
Probably.
Like I know eagles are just, sacred down there.
Look at Pickle throwing out the old references to stuff that was like 35 years before he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he doesn't know who
I
Dale
told you,
Earnhardt is.
Tom. I know a little bit about everything.
Except Dale fucking Earnhardt.
Okay, that's the next
Yeah,
step.
but nobody cares about Dale Earnhardt. besides
Exactly.
you.
Thank you, Dan. Are you a rotor?
What? This is coming
Oh.
from the guy who doesn't know who David Vizard is.
He wrote books, Big Whoop.
He designed shit.
See, Whitty, they lasted so long because they're Canadian made, okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah, they weren't packed with grease, they were packed with maple syrup.
You were probably lubricated
that's
with
literally the
maple syrup,
trick.
okay?
They could
They
work.
don't use oil in Canada. It's
No.
all
We just use syrup.
it's
got the
510
same
viscosity.
viscosity,
Miss Buttersworth. That's what they use.
Yeah. Yeah, they measure it in butter flavoring, not viscosity. Is that kind of how we're going with?
Whitty, I agree. Yeah.
Everything's measured
Yeah.
in viscosity, but it's a different viscosity.
It's pretty thick, actually. I don't know. I wonder if it would work as motor oil. I do wonder.
After
I
long.
think once it gets hot, it would be real soupy. Like it would-
Yeah. Might work for
the
like the first
oil
10 minutes.
well,
It'll
keep
make it all the way to the scene of the crash.
I could probably make it work.
Yes,
If
you-
anybody can make it work, you
You
just
freaking could.
Well, they've had cars running off vegetable oil before, so you got to.
Well, diesel
Yeah.
engines can run on
That's-
vegetable
Diesel
oil. Everything.
engine.
Tom, vegetable oil is fuel, not as lubrication.
Mhm.
Yeah, still. What if you ran it off vegetable oil and filled the oil with maple syrup?
Well, I'm
Would
not going
that
to do that
just-
in my truck, but if I ever get a
Would
crappy
that just-
car,
An
then
incredibly
we'll
that-
tasty
that would-
smelling
You'd start it up and it'd smell like breakfast every time.
until it seized up. Yes.
poutine.
Oh god, I see my name. I must squint to find out what it's. And-
Dan, I now shall devote Wonder number 3 stickers to your red pony at NNN. You shit on Dale.
Wait, devote
Who is
number
Dale?
3
Okay,
sticker.
Dale is not important. I'm sorry. I don't.
You
Dale.
red
It's,
pony.
why do we want to watch somebody go?
What is the significance of number 3 stickers? And why 100 of them?
Okay. Sorry, LNA. You can hold your number 3 was Dale's number.
Oh, was it?
Yes. So your car
You
is
didn't
going to
get
be
a cool
covered
number?
in
This
number
guy's
3
supposed to be so cool, but he doesn't even have a cool number. He had 3.
Where's
What's
that
wrong
mute
with
button?
3? What's a cool number
I
in your
mean-
head, Dan? What?
1776.
Must remove Dan from the chat. Fight it.
1776. That's huge. That's a big number, Dan.
Yeah, it's a big
It is.
number. Yeah. And
Big
oh
number.
wait,
So it makes
why?
it
I
big.
think I already know, but why
It's
1776?
a better year than a race car number.
I already know the reason, but why 1776, Dan?
That's Vice Grip Garage. That's his race number.
Specifically, July.
I think
July
it's the
4th.
1776.
1776.
Something about bald eagles' freedoms,
I know.
idiot.
Does Canada have like a really special year in which like it fought for its own independence from a giant? No, wait, they just let you guys go. Never mind.
Well, I mean, we probably do have something. It's just that Canadians are not as patriotic as Americans.
Because
We
there's
don't
not
fly
much
like 10 Canadian flags outside,
Well, there's a good reason for that because we did have to fight tooth and nail to become independent.
Yeah.
I think that's where
we were
that
a
stems
British
from,
colony
but
at one time, so.
You still
so
are.
are we.
Well,
You-
no. I think only. I don't know if we are anymore. I think only maybe
Well,
certain places are. Here is
Technically, only 13 states were a part of that colony.
well, it sucks. Just so you know.
Wait.
I wouldn't want to join any other colony.
No. It
I'll stay
sucks.
here in the land of the kind of free.
Did you just call the 13 colony states? Huh?
What?
Okay.
What?
Yeah, because all of them developed into states.
Well, yeah, they eventually became
So
states.
everybody's aware, this is not a history and or geography channel, so if we get something a little off, that let it go.
Yeah, you should do that, Witty. Godzilla, yeah.
What?
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
The engine. Wait, I
Godzilla
assume he's talking about the motor, right?
Yeah, Godzilla is Ford's new 7.3 crate engine. It's like a 800 horsepower crate motor.
Yep.
I hear they have lifter troubles,
It's a Ford
like every
motor.
other engine that's new.
Dan, it's basically a Ford engine with LS heads.
It's an old recycled Dodge.
I know, but it still has lifter issues, like every other new engine has. So
They make
Mhm.
they make these parts that you can replace the crappy factory stuff with. So
yeah, but why would I buy a whole new factory motor just to replace all the shit on it? That seems like
Yes.
counterintuitive, don't you?
well, yeah, when you're
would you just build the
Dan,
motor to begin with?
we're not going to get into a semantics argument. If you buy a $25,000 or $30,000 crate engine, it's all on you. You do whatever you want.
That's way
Nah,
too much money.
It's
Way
too much money.
Too much money.
I'd rather replace a set of points every 20,000 kilometers or whatever you have to do them at.
That's like 45 feet, Pickle. What are you talking about?
How many miles is that?
45 feet.
I don't know.
Not 45 feet.
45 feet.
Have you even seen a set of points in your life? 6%.
I change my
course
oil
I-
every 45 feet.
Yeah, but they're not normal points, Dan. They're metric points. They don't work the same.
They
Well,
work
if with them
better.
Chinese points, then you know.
So,
No. They're
We
not.
gap our points.
They're
We do
points,
it
eh?
like in millimeters. He has to do it in like the thousandths of an inch.
Since we have a resident Canadian, Dustin on the Special is a great question. They have Boxing Day just to beat each other's asses the day after Christmas. Is that an accurate statement, Pickle?
I have no idea. I don't watch boxing or anything.
Is Boxing Day is a Canadian holiday? Is that just so you guys can put on gloves and beat the crap out of each other?
holiday. No, I don't know where it originated. It's just like everything goes on sale and you get good deals.
Oh,
Let's be a
Thanksgiving.
Black Friday, basically.
Yeah,
It's
basically,
Canadian
yeah.
Black Friday.
Let me make it look like a flock of geese flew over and crapped on
I'm going to
it.
assume he's talking about Dan's car. That's
Oh.
what I'm in my head. That's what he's talking about.
What?
What? All right, Jim. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about, Jim? I know it's not what this guy's saying it is.
It's what I'm
It's
saying.
not the Mustang. It's not the Mustang.
Even,
Jim.
hey,
No,
look,
it's
even
not.
if it's not, you'll never know because I don't have to put the comment up there. You can't read them anyway, so
Let's get you there.
I'm in control.
I can. Then I just don't have to look at all of you.
Oh,
Okay.
Dan's gonna now wait for it. Dan's gonna turn sideways and disappear
It
because he can't.
disappeared. Yeah, I did that like.
Wait a
3
minute.
times last time.
His phone's about to die. 3, 2.
do sideways.
Let's see here.
Heat dead.
New comment, blah, blah.
Oh, he's
He's
moving.
doing it. He's doing it.
Oh, he's technologying. Be afraid.
Whoa, he's advancing.
Restore. Do you have like every freaking car that I don't have in your house? Pretty much. An 80 Bronco.
I don't want an 80 Bronco. I want like a 75 Bronco. They're the cool ones, in my opinion.
What year Bronco did you have?
All you need is like 50 grand, pickle. They're not cheap.
Oh, they're
like
not
an
cheap. I looked at a couple. I can't afford them. Hey, I'm going to spend some time with the wifey before.
Night,
All right,
Whitty.
Whitty. Have a good
Apparently,
night, buddy.
Woody's got to go. His wife's got to hit him in the head with a frying pan again.
I better see you on Friday.
It's a nightly, it's a nightly thing. You
Oh,
better
yeah,
not be on Pickle's live stream Friday.
Assuming Woody's still here, we made a contest. You and Pickle, 10 paces at frying pan challenge. Whoever can whale the other guy in the head with a frying pan gets to be on a live stream. So, just
And it
keep
has
that
to
in
be
mind.
you. It can't be your wife. We all know she's got practice. Got to be you.
Yeah. He's seen my frying pan. My frying pan's going to come out on top.
Take it easy, Jim. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Definitely go check out Jim's channel. Go check out Woody's channel. Great stuff. Like them both. And like we've been bickering back and forth, we do a live stream. It'll be coming up this Monday with these two knuckleheads below me, Junkyard, theoretically Pickle if he passes the test, and Woody.
Test. Oh. What's
You
the
should come
test?
on Monday's lives, Pickle. It'd be a great addition.
I would not mind that one bit. That would be awesome. I don't have a whole lot of car stuff right now, but in my life, but that's soon going to change, and I mean soon, like it's coming up.
And near to see.
You have as much car content as Tom does, so you're just fine.
Probably a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
ever
like
breaks for some reason. Like when you want to make a video on something, it's like it won't break. Like you kind of need something to be broken, or I don't know. You need to do something on it in order to have a video. But
Just
everything
break
around you
stuff.
is new.
That's why I buy old crap. I've got a constant stream of content.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna get that. I've been looking at a couple 66. And by the way, Ford did make an F-250 version of the unibody. I did not know that. I found one on Marketplace. So.
Are you sure? No, I'm not being funny. As far as I know, they're only 100 or 150s. I would be suspicious of it. Doesn't mean it's not right, but
I
look
was
into it.
too, but I did some research, and it's true. They did make F-250 versions.
Cool.
This one had a straight 6. I don't know. What do you guys think of the straight 6, the 300 inline?
very in line.
It's true.
Well,
Hmm.
there's a saying about them. They run like shit, but they'll run like shit forever.
That's
In
so
line.
motivating right there. That just makes me want to get one.
My 4-liter. If my 4-liter engines aren't making valve train noise, they aren't running.
Well, if
It's
it ain't
just-
leaking oil, if it's leaking oil, it's got oil. That's what they say. So.
That's true.
Yeah, like
Dan
Dan's
said.
thing in Dan's world. If it's leaking oil, it theoretically might have some.
You don't really need to change it after that either, because it's already changed.
Don't get me started there.
It's not so
Dan-
again. It's not so
Dan-
much the oil. It's everything else that goes with the oil, the filter, and all that.
Mhm.
These things have lives, Dan.
Dan talks a big game, but he's out there measuring every droplet after he drives away. Like, oh yeah, that's about a couple ounces.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
even measure.
better put a cord
You
in.
never see my shorts. You
How
watch
much
the
oil
oil
does
pressure
a car-
gauge.
a
As
quart
soon
is
as you see the oil
946
pressure gauge start to flicker, it's 2 quarts.
Yeah.
Right?
All that means is the amount of effort you put into figuring that garbage out. You could have just put an oil filter on and been done.
It's not effort, it's just coincidence.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
How much oil does the Mustang leak? A quart of oil is 946 mil. That's a lot of those little jugs.
It's
Like
Oh.
Ellery says, do it for Dale. Do it for Dale.
Do what for Dale? Change your oil?
Yeah, fine. We'll go with that. Dude, change your goddamn oil for Dale.
I don't care about Dale. Dale can die. I don't know who Dale
Dale
is.
cares about you.
Wait, isn't Dale already dead?
Dale's ghost cares about you.
Is he
His
dead?
kid
Or is
maybe
he
also
he's a
named
driver.
Dale. Do it for the one that survived, Dan.
I want to know how much sludge is in
It
your oil
wasn't
pan.
I don't think.
What?
I don't think Dale survived. I think he's gone.
The kid,
Could be
Dale
wrong.
Earnhardt Jr.
Okay, so Rescued and Restored is saying 78.
Yeah,
77.
he's got kids.
Huh.
Yeah, they're good body styles. I like those too.
Jim's saying your car is Little Red Pony there, Dan.
Yeah, it's technically red.
No, it's a very nice orange My Little Pony.
It
That's
is.
beside.
It's poppy seed red.
Poppy seed red, that's the color, yeah. I
Poppy
forgot. I always
seed red.
forget the name.
Yeah, well, we already discussed this, Dan. Ford misspelled orange, so
What?
Oh,
yeah,
hold
poppy
on.
seed orange. That's what it was supposed to be.
Bickering, time on the bickering. Everybody say goodnight to do something special. He's got to take off.
Oh, have a
Later.
good one, buddy.
Oh, hey, and we've got a new guest. Jason's Garage is in the house. Hello. How you doing?
Jason, how's it going, buddy?
Sorry, all of a sudden the comments have gone exploding.
Oh,
Yeah, that happens to
I
me
wonder
too.
why.
They just keep going and going, and then I gotta catch up.
Explode, eh?
Exploded.
I can't imagine why there would be somebody. What kind of comments we getting here? Oh, I see.
Probably about the conduit, right?
You don't have to be curved.
Yeah,
It is
it's all about
Conduit Conduit, how much Canada sucks. Something about Broncos. LNA's ranting about Dale Earnhardt. No one understands your oil thing. You know, it's normal stuff.
You don't have to understand it. All you have to know is that it works.
For you.
Dan doesn't put oil in his car. That's
Yeah.
all there is to understand.
I think.
Hey, I do put oil in it. I just don't change it.
Okay. He
Yeah,
never
there's really
fully
no point.
changes it all at one time. He changes it a quarter
Well,
at a
his
time
car
after it
self
drips
changes
out.
the oil. I mean, according to
Yeah,
that, you have to put
the
a
car
cord in.
itself changes oil.
Yeah, so, hey, Pickle, this one's for you. You want to read that one to yourself so you can see it?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
I meant out loud, Pickle.
Yeah, I didn't hear a single word of that, Pickle.
You said
Pickle.
read it to yourself.
We can't read, Pickle.
You don't have. I could read just fine.
Literally, no. Honest, Dan is dyslexic. He can't read, so that was the whole point of you reading it out loud.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'm just
okay.
really slow.
You don't have to be car related. Pickle fitting in does mean like anything else. It means that you can get in, fit in your own lane.
Yes,
Good.
the bowling lane.
The bowling lane.
Full strike, Pickle. All
Lane
eyes
3.
are on you.
Well, and we have been regraced by Slimo. The Slimo package down.
Hey, Slimo. I don't know if I said hello, but hello.
Well, Carmo's been here. What are we just saying to him hello now?
Because he just came back in the room and said, "Hi, folks."
Oh, I missed that part.
It's
I was
faded
busy.
to orange, bro. Be real.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with LNA. It is faded. Sorry.
It probably did fade a little bit because red fades bad.
I mean, I don't know if being dirty is considered faded.
But Jim's got your back. He loves your reddish orange pony.
I think
It's
that marker was probably the color of the car one time, and that was the touch-up
That marker was
and
not
it's
even
faded
close
that
to being
much.
the color of the car, Pickle.
I'm
That
telling you.
is a pipe dream that you are having.
Why would there be a red Sharpie in a coincidentally?
Have you never
in a
used
red
a
orange.
red Sharpie, Pickle?
Okay.
You never had to use a red Sharpie?
Yeah,
Have
calm
a good
down.
night, Rescued and Restored. Take it
The
easy, buddy.
Poopoo Threatener has got to leave the building, so definitely go check out Rescued and Restored's garage. He's got a lot of awesome stuff. He's got a wife that works with him, which is awesome, and he's got a cool pit bull.
Pretty
Go
sure I'm
check out-
subscribed to you, Rescued and Restored, but I'll make sure. Have a good night, bud.
On the move.
Oh,
Hands on the
good
move.
lord! Ron English is a Canadian as well, I believe. Oh no, sorry, I thought he said Saskatoon. He's in Sykeston. My apologies, sir.
That's where No Names National is going to be held, right?
It's Sykeston. Yeah, I read it quick. I thought it was a Saskatoon. I don't know how I got Saskatoon out of Sykeston, but whatever. It's been a long night.
Saskatoon, eh? So that's how they talk up there, apparently. I wouldn't know.
Oh, I know. LNA is said he will buff it back to red for you at Sykeston. It's only a single stage.
There you go, Dan.
No, really, there's no point in buffing that car. I mean, trust me, if you see the paint up close, there's no point in buffing the car.
Hey, Buck!
Buckles!
Bucker, yeah.
Buckles is in town. Hey,
Buck.
Buckles.
There's a lot of buckery up in here, Buck.
Yep. There's a ton of buckery.
What are you
We've been
bucking
talking
up to?
car movies. Buff's Garage stopped by. These guys, of course, have come in, which I greatly appreciate. We had a bunch of new people coming in now, so welcome to the party, pal.
Clayton's toolbox throttle body came in.
Dan's got his nightstand carburetor.
Oh yeah, it was on the kid's bed, so I had to move it. So. He's got to go to bed.
The carburetor has to go to bed.
Yeah, the Clayton's toolbox sent me a 850 base plate. So thank you, Clayton.
Sweet.
Oh, and my attempt to fix this one didn't quite go so well.
Geez.
So that's yeah.
A little too much chopping.
Well, it was, you know, I mean, I probably could still just. I was going to drill through the on the side, right? I was going to drill through on this side.
LNA.
And
yeah, he 100%.
For sure.
Put a thread, like a screw, in it to like hold the crack from getting any worse. But in doing so, it just kind of came apart because it was basically not holding together to begin with.
He put his Dan Mandu into it.
I put the Dan Mandu into her, and
Dan Mandu
broke it.
I broke it. Yeah.
Well, that sounds about right. Dan Mandu, break it. Yep.
Is there nobody in your area that has an aluminum welder that could have welded it up and you could have fixed it?
No, I don't have an aluminum welder.
No, you don't know anybody that welds aluminum or anything?
Well, I know you
Dan
guys.
doesn't like talking to people.
I don't like talking to people. I'm extremely introverted. It might be hard to realize that, like,
But that
because
doesn't make sense.
I'm on YouTube.
Exactly. That doesn't make sense.
That's his whole thing. Like, his ideas, everything he's got rolling around up in here. It's hard to get through to that inside there.
Yeah, I don't go. I detest talking to like physical people. Except you guys. You guys are cool if I meet you in real life. But you know.
Well, it better be. I got a long drive ahead of me if I'm going down there.
And
Yeah.
Slimo was saying his cymbal polish is called Buckaroo, but it won't remove peacock poo. And there are times when I'm not really sure Australian is English, but maybe it's just me. I just don't. I'm fluent in Southern, but I don't know. The Slimo-ness, I just, there's days when I have to put in like the Google.
Oh man, peacock will poop all over your car.
Can you imagine having a peacock poop on your car?
I mean,
the little town in Maine Springs is where my dad was when I lived in Florida, and one of the guys at the end of the street had technically a peacock farm, and they are angry birds. Like they are extremely aggressive.
They just don't like anything around them at all.
Yeah,
we had
they
turkeys.
hate everything in their vicinity.
There was like a dozen of them on top of our. We had a Honda Civic at the time. I mean, I've had turkeys poop on our car. I've had to stop to let turkeys cross the road.
Thanks for dropping by, Ron. Appreciate it, man.
See you later, Ron.
Later.
You had a great evening. This is a good live stream.
Okay, all right. We've solved your welding problem.
What?
Ship it to LNA.
There you go.
Ship it back.
Right there. Over that way.
Yeah, do you realize how much shipping fee that's going to be? The base plate's probably not worth as much as the shipping fee.
Yeah, you were just, everybody tries to help you. You're like, I don't like that. That's like work.
Mm-hmm.
No, look, I have this one. I'm just going to make this one work.
I just use the
that
other one
one's
for
gonna be
parts.
broken too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead. I'll send you $10 in an envelope. You ship the broken one to LNA, and by the time you're done screwing up that one, he'll have shipped you the other one back.
Well, I mean, all right, if I could find the other piece that broke off,
I have a
maybe.
better idea. You could just keep using the broken one for a dream catcher.
You know, well, no, because that has the pump arm shot on it.
Yeah. Anyway, Slimo is just said that a peacock took a poop on his Tama drum kit. Tom.
End it.
Yep.
End it. End Peacock.
Have Peacock.
Dan's
food for
solution to
dinner.
everything.
Make it into a funny hat.
Yes, a hat with lots of colorful feathers.
And I don't know. I'm good with Jim's thing. YouTube is therapy, right? Sure. Well, this is a free consultation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you waste your time. You like talking to a brick wall.
No, not for him. No, for everybody else. Not for him.
For him?
Yeah.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
It's a consultation for me? What? No. I refuse. Refuse to open up.
Yeah, we know.
Looking forward to it, Ron. I hope I get
substitute.
Hope I get
Yeah,
it.
I think that there's a quote. I think it's from one of the Mythbusters guy. I reject your reality and substitute my own. That should be on your T-shirt, man.
Adam Savage. It's already taken.
Yeah, no, but you should put it. Well, you already have BNR's quote. You should throw that on there as well.
Well, BNR allowed me to have those quotes, though. See.
Yeah. You forgot the air quotes.
It doesn't matter actually because it's text.
I agree, Ron. Looking forward to meeting everybody and shaking everybody's hands when we get into Sykeston.
What are you?
Yes.
Oh, you're sleep, man.
Can't wait to see you guys' projects. That I really want to see.
LNA saying, "Yep, now I got to be here. Can't get the car ready.
Gonna have to bring my guitar, Tom.
I got to keep being a fabricator for the next month."
I'm bringing my acoustic down.
Well,
You have to take
East
mine
Coast
too.
Ben's in the chat.
Hey,
Hello,
East
East
Coast.
Coast Ken. How you doing?
Hey, Ken.
Buck is checking out for a minute. If I can, yep, there we go.
All right, Buck.
I suppose, guys, I gotta get upstairs and snug with a certain little lady before she goes to bed too. So.
What? Is Adam
No.
Savage a spirit animal?
I think
I
technically
don't think so.
his spirit animal is Dom from Too Fast or Fast and
Yes.
Furious. And
No, see,
I
you're confusing Dom, the character, with Dom's Dom's Charger is the actual main character of that show.
no,
So if he's Adam, then what am I, Jamie?
sure.
Well,
You gotta-
yeah, sir.
Wow.
I do wear. I do wear a golf hat from time to
Take it
time.
easy,
so-
Ron.
Take it easy, Ron. Have a good night.
Well, if you want to hang in there, Tom, we're gonna kill it at 9 at 7 minutes, or 10 for me, 9 for you.
Well, we got another hour out of you.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna end this at 9.
So
Eh.
you could have.
We're getting you more watch hours.
That is true.
If my friends are in the area and I'm having a good time, I don't want to kill it off.
That's exactly how I feel too. When I get on my lives, it's like they could go all night if you guys stayed on them. Like I don't want to end abruptly in the middle of it.
Oh, I tried. I don't want to get that. That you got to buy hours or watch time, whatever the heck it is on StreamYard. So I do have to. I don't even know what the number of hours is, but
20.
Yes.
It's 20 for free. But you shouldn't have any problem if you only go once a week. You shouldn't have any problem.
is that per month or is it like a quarterly thing?
No, that's forever. It resets every month, I think.
But that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I meant was, is it per month or is it like per quarter? You know, like a lot of things are broken up by quarters of the year in business. So I was wondering if it was every month or every 3 months, which would be
People that are on YouTube aren't that smart though, so it's every month.
I think it's every month. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just realized a quarter doesn't make any sense to pickle.
Yeah.
La Big Mac. Is it a monthly or a La Big Mac?
A what?
You know, a quarter pounder with cheese, a La Big Mac. Is it a monthly or a La Big Mac?
I don't know. Are we talking about a burger or are we talking about hours here?
No, measuring. You guys don't have a quarter pounder. You got La Big Mac, so you know.
We do so. We have quarter pounders.
Oh man, what do you metric? Would that be like 45-pound burger? So how's that work? Or 45 metric inch, whatever the heck.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's just called. I guess because McDonald's is an American company. I don't know. Yeah.
Why do you use StreamYard?
Because I don't have enough subscribers to use YouTube.
What, you have over 50?
I know, but apparently you have to have 1,000 now in order to use it. It won't let me.
Tom doesn't have 1,000.
Yeah, I've been doing lives.
He's doing.
Oh,
And
it will not
YouTube.
let me use it. It always tells me I need 1,000 subscribers.
For YouTube?
Yeah.
My first live stream was on YouTube. The one that I screwed up so royally was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's
I
interesting.
just-
I thought it was weird. I thought you only needed 50, but
Honestly, I like the StreamYard stuff a lot better because I can bring like that slideshow, and I don't know if you can do that in the YouTube stuff, but to me, this is better. I know it's not better for you guys with the guitar, but I think it's better for everything else.
I do like StreamYard too. I mean, I haven't used YouTube, but StreamYard's been really good to me, so. Excuse me.
And I think much like my stream, we're keeping Ron English awake later than he wanted to be, apparently.
We're good for that.
Yeah.
True.
We could sing a song.
Okay, you start.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dan, we got 4 minutes left. Somebody's got to play us out. Let's go, Ghost Rider.
What? I don't have a guitar.
There was a man who turned to super.
No, we're not puddle manning my stream. We are not puddle manning my stream. Thank you.
Well, you don't want Puddle Man on your. What kind of insensitive man are you to not pay homage to
If we
Puddle
start
Man?
that, we'll be going till 11. That's why I don't want puddle man on my stream. You'll screw up Ghost Rider
Fine,
for 3
fine,
minutes.
okay,
and
fine.
it's over.
Fine. Tom, sing the Junkyard song.
What?
Actually, I didn't hear that last time. What's this Junkyard song? I only
What
heard
is that?
your last one.
Oh, he spends his nights in Montana,
Yeah.
feeling the wind upon his face.
Yeah. But sing it.
What?
I mean,
I don't remember it.
Spends his nights in Montana. I don't remember it either.
I haven't. You should send me that video clip we took of it so I can actually like remember the words fully.
Oh, I should.
Just for the record, Puddle Man's a hit in my house, so.
Feeling the wind on his face.
Shouldn't it be puddle man is a stain in your house?
Yeah, exactly. Puddle Man's a stain, yes.
Puddle Man.
Live for one night only on my kitchen floor. Puddle Man.
Tonight, he's not in concert, he's on concert. It's Puddle Man.
Puddle Man on my kitchen floor. Puddle Man, the man we all adore.
This is exactly why I didn't want to start with the Puddle Man shit, because it's just going to keep going and going. It's like bad ideas.
And your little girl came up with the best ending. Liquid! That was so good.
that whole thing that was like ridiculously like on point and like hilarious.
Oh,
She
it was
like,
perfect. It was like
man
time
of soup.
beautifully.
What a dude. One time, there was this man who drove in a car so fast he wasn't a man anymore. And she just kept going with the like riff I was playing. It was ridiculous. It was awesome.
Wow.
And Slimo said apparently it's like next Thursday where he's at, and he's gonna go film a barn find short of a '76 Kingwood Ute.
I'll be watching Slimo. Not sure what a Ute is, but hey, I'll find out.
It's one of those car trucks like a Ranchero.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what they call them, right? Like you guys in Australia, you call them Utes. Yeah.
Where they
I've heard of that
technically where they started was over there.
before. Oh. Well, so much I know.
Yeah, you don't know that, you don't know Dale. We got it.
I'm never gonna
We
get
got
my
like 20
Nope.
seconds.
Yeah. All right,
No.
Pickle, hang out for a second. When we turn off the stream, we'll talk real quick about the live stream thing for Monday.
Okay.
So it's 10 o'clock, guys. I'm now an hour over what I planned on going tonight, but it's been an action-packed show. I'm gonna do it again next Wednesday. If there's something you guys would like to know, feel free to let me know as I put it. Throw it in the comments here or in the community page. If you'd like to come on, feel free. I'm gonna keep throwing them up there. It doesn't have to be the regular cast of characters here or LNA. Jim, you're welcome on. Anybody in whoever's willing to. If you don't want to show your face, you can hide yourself, like Dan keeps doing, where it's just a gray screen or your logo, and we just hear you. We won't see you. So if you're uncomfortable being on camera live, basically you can do that. So thanks for dropping by. I appreciate everything, and see you guys later. Thank you all so much.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care.